real talk. Real sports, real talk. Real sports, real talk. Real sports, real talk.
Hey, flow insane, rings like LeBron James. I shit on my own team like Mark Cuban. The people done came, and the people done called, and what they said that they wanted. Real sports, real talk.
Ducking, diving through topics like we hardin'. Big ballin', changing the game before we startin'. And I've been jumping out the gym since yesterday. Since I was a kid, I always had a lot to say. Bet it all on one play.
I'm just getting fired up like I spit propane. Pull a triple double knot on my new shoestrings, then pull a triple double night like I'm Robert Sane. Feeling like Mayweather when I'm on these planes. Why I ball so hard?
Again, it's on like Donkey Kong. Episode 4, man. Bro, talking sports. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tay. Man, we got a hope. This is probably a mega show. We're gonna call this the mega show, man. It's been a month, so we had to bring out something new. So this is the mega show, man. Real talking sports. Let's get into it.
Mega show.
Hey, it's your boy BB with the biscuits, and there's some biscuit head ass people out here, folks. Stay tuned. We got you.
Yo, it's the producer. It's a lot going on. Y'all like my outfit?
Hey, boy.
Yeah, Adidas.
Oh, with the money. With the money.
Adidas, send me my check, bro. I did what I was supposed to do.
We put it on. Send the money.
Send my check.
Pay the man.
Pay them kids. You know what you need to do. All right, let's get into it. There's a lot going on, man. Woo! We're not even going to talk about the NFL yet. We're going to get into the NBA.
Round ball
action.
Round ball
The
action.
bromance is back. PBJ in the building.
Peanut butter jelly time.
All right. What you think about the Wade signing?
$2.3 million for 1 year, man. D Wade, I mean, he has not been flashed these last couple years. He's more looking like Dwayne. He's been looking like Dwayne. He's not looking like Flash. So if we can get some Flash, you know, we might be all right. But I don't know. I think we're going to get some Dwayne. I think we're going to get a lot of Dwayne, and I still don't like the Cavs' chance.
Yeah, no, I would say Wade. He 3-4 years too late in Cleveland. I think it's good that he got a team. It's good that he back with LeBron. It's good that D Wade is going to be starting. Blah blah blah. But
you think you gonna start?
Yeah, he gonna be starting. Isaiah until January.
Yeah.
So what happened when Isaiah come back? Do he go to
Isaiah
the bench?
goes now.
Depending on how Wade playing, because Wade is 36.
Wade
36.
LeBron at the 3.
No, I don't think he that. He's like 34, 35.
I'm 34. He older than me.
They gonna
I'm thinking about 35.
Isaiah at the 1, Wade at the 2, Bron at the 3. And they're gonna come off the bench.
What's gonna happen with Shumpert?
The second team gonna be
The only thing he can do is play defense.
JR.
That's a big deal. They ain't play no defense.
What's my man they got in the trade from Crowder. Yeah. So that's gonna be the second team.
Got defense.
That's the second team.
They do got defense.
So they actually deep, man. You got Rose. That's a nice little second team. I mean, these dudes gotta stay healthy though. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing. Crowder is probably the LeBron shore up. That's probably why he even was in the deal, because they needed somebody to spell LeBron. So that's pretty much going to be his primary role. But I mean, they deep, man. I mean, they still the number one team in the East right now.
They're still the favorite in the East. I think Boston coming in, they number 3 in the East, behind my Wizards.
The Wiz kids is number 2.
Shout out to the Wiz kids.
You already know.
John Wall doing it the right way.
DeMarcus Cousins, man, you need to, next summer,
Boogie,
next summer, bruh.
Holla at us.
Let's go, Boogie. Wade signing, I think it was great. For the simple fact, if they want to play together, play together. I like to see brothers making their own moves and doing their own thing, how they want to do it, and dictating the rules. So from that standpoint, I love it. I think it's great. Outside of that, I don't think they're gonna do anything. I mean, they got a deep team. You got Channing Frye, you got Crowder, you got Corver.
They're deep, man.
But I mean, I feel like they're just names, like them dudes that be drafting the names in fantasy football. You know who you are. You don't. They're just names. I don't really think they're gonna perform. You got Tristan Thompson, but he ain't get a damn rebound in the whole finals last year.
He making kids, man.
So you know what I'm saying?
He got kids on the way. He got kids on the way.
But yeah, so I really feel like it was a good signing, publicity wise. You know, great. They back together. You know, you can sell some tickets, some jerseys.
Definitely gonna sell some tickets.
But
jerseys with the Goodyear.
But I don't really. Yeah, I see that.
Make sure you
Yeah.
get the big Goodyear emblem on the jersey this
But
year.
it just, I think one of them teams got the Y's, like the potato chips.
Man,
the Y's,
it's gonna be some logos this year, bro. It's gonna be some. We gonna see some
Man.
stuff we haven't seen before.
Shout out to D Wade, but he about to average 11.6 points a game and 2 assists.
Dwayne
Get him out of here.
looking like Dwayne.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
No
so
flash.
we know Dwayne, he's dead now, but like we talked about earlier, we got Isaiah Thomas with the injury. How's that going to play into it? Because he's out till when?
I mean, he's out in January. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he plays with Wade and James. Seeing as how LeBron tends to dominate the ball, it's going to be interesting to see how IT can play off of them two, because he'll be coming in 3 months after they've already kind of got the train going. So it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of works his way in, because I mean he's going to be brand new to the whole situation.
Yeah.
And he was kind of brought in to stretch the floor and spread the ball around. And outside of Kyle Korver, the Cavs ain't really got no outside
Still
shooting.
don't have no shooter.
And what you need to
J.R.
beat Golden
Street.
State is what they're trying to do. Is what you need is outside shooting, and you need scoring.
Well, you got Kevin Love. Y'all think he not going to produce this year?
Yeah, but he not creating his own shot. He not nobody. Yeah. He not nobody that's gonna go out there and ISO and get his own shot. He's somebody that need the ball to be passed to him for him to be effective. Whereas Isaiah Thomas, he's somebody that can get his own shot whenever he wants.
Okay.
And last year he led the league in fourth quarter scoring, so he's a dynamic type of player. Kevin Love, he used to be dynamic when he's in Minnesota, which proved to be, I guess, kind of fluky.
He's a rebounder.
He's
a
not even a rebounder for real. He's just a spot up jump shooter.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
6'10"
I
spot
feel
up
like
jump shooter.
Channing Frye might be a little better than him.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
He more
with that.
skilled.
At least he
Yeah,
can stretch the floor.
but he can actually shoot a three,
Yeah,
but
he
he
can
can
actually
still
stretch
go
the
down
floor.
low, and he might grab you like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 or 7
Right.
rebounds, depending on the game. So I think he's a more versatile player than Kevin Love. He's a lot older, but I still think he's way more versatile.
He's more
than-
effective.
Yeah, and way more efficient. Like if Channing Frye's on the floor, you gotta account for him in more than one aspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I really don't see that because Kevin Love don't really put it on the floor. He might put it on the floor every now and then, but overall,
Go stand in the corner, bro.
Yeah,
he's
you
gonna
gonna
stand in the
stand
corner, bruh.
Exactly,
Stand in the corner
corner,
shooter. Yeah.
exactly.
Wait for these LeBron assists.
Yeah, so overall, to answer the question, have the Cavs wrapped up the East?
No.
No.
No,
No.
no.
But I will say they will most definitely finish in the top 3 for sure. That's a given.
Okay.
Have they wrapped it up, man? Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time
It's
will
still,
tell.
still moves that can be made.
I think it's the Wizards year, and I think that Dog and John Wall gonna come out this year. I just feel like they waiting in silence. You know, like just the stuff they've been tweeting on Instagram and. I said tweeting on Instagram. Tweeting and on Instagram.
Twitter grand.
Yeah, I'm not really social media hip, y'all. Don't get it twisted.
Word to my man Belichick. Man.
Yeah, I'm a work in progress over here. but I just feel like they're doing it. I quote unquote the right way. It just feel like some old school stuff that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Ernie he's one of those guys, man. Ernie, he's been sticking with it. I still think Ernie needs to make that. We're missing that piece though.
The big man piece,
I
right?
still think we are missing
Big
that
man
piece.
acquisition. Martian is not as good as everybody wants.
And I swear right now he's in New Orleans. I
think
he's in New Orleans.
Boogie Hollins.
We calling you, man. We calling for you again, bruh. If you ain't getting the first message, bruh. Bruh, we need you.
All right,
Shout out Boogie.
So we all in agreement. It's a big fat no that the Cavs have wrapped up the East.
Not quite. Nah.
Three, whatever. Yeah, folks. So we back. We got the brother Ken Wilson in the building from BMV Magazine. Let's get it right into it. The question that everybody want to know: Russell Westbrook, the $205 million man, where will OKC finish with the Melo trade?
Got the bag.
Yeah,
Hoodie Melo has arrived in OKC. So after after last week's episode of Real Talking Sports, we got home kind of late, and ESPN dropped a dime on us, and they said, my man Carmelo will be either in Cleveland or OKC by Tuesday. Come to find out, it happened the next day. My man went to OKC. What they got? They got Cancer and they got Dougie McDermott. Yeah. For Melo.
So basically,
sounds like a good deal to me. I mean, they do got to pay him though. They still over the cap. They well over the cap because he still owed like 35 over the next 2 years. Yeah. But the second year is a player option. I mean, I'm assuming. I mean, since Westbrook just re up, I guess maybe he about to re up too. So it's looking like.
Yeah, man, I would say this is an excellent situation with Carmelo Anthony. All my man got to do is stand around and hit jump shots. Yep. He ain't got to create no offense. He ain't got to run a triangle.
He got to play defense. He has to. They're in the West. You're not in the East no more. You're not playing against.
You don't pay Melo for defense. Yeah. You pay Melo for 25.
No, you got to play defense in the West. So I don't care who you are and how much you getting paid.
They got Paul George for defense.
No.
They got Melo for
he
buckets.
Has to play
this
defense.
Hoodie Melo. Hoodie with the hoodie on.
Hoodie Melo plays defense.
Hoodie Melo plays defense.
Hoodie
I
Melo
ain't saying they
gets
play no
buckets.
defense in that gym. Where's that gym? It's in Baltimore, New York. Where all of them be at.
That's New York.
I think it's New York.
Yeah. Look, bottom line, he got to play defense. He can't go there and get all that money. Got Russell Westbrook, got Paul George, and don't play no defense.
It's the West.
I got him. To answer the question, I got him finishing 5th in the West.
I like him.
Because here's who I have. I have Golden State. I got San Antonio. I got Minnesota in 3rd place. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay.
I got Houston 4th. And then I got OKC. Houston and OKC, I think they interchangeable. They basically the same team. Because none of them going to play defense.
I give you that.
Right. I feel like Minnesota going to play way more defense than Houston or OKC.
No doubt.
With Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, Wiggins. Like they got a mob over there. But them boys all of them play defense.
Thibodeau plays defense.
Thibodeau
plays defense.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I think it's Melo. He gotta play D.
Melo not here to play defense. Melo here to give you a solid 23 to 27 points.
Well, see, that's the thing. They're gonna hide Melo. They're gonna hide around defense, just like they always do with him. You know, that's why him and Paul George almost interchangeable players. You know, Paul's gonna take the load on any wing and play defense on the biggest wing. You can hide Melo on the weaker wing. And that's what they're going to end up doing. Or you can hide them on the stretch full who don't really get buckets. You know, so they're going to be able to find a way to piece around.
You can't do that against the elite team.
But that's why they're not going to win.
Because you can't do that.
That's
you can't have that against Golden State.
They come in 5th.
OKC didn't even make the playoffs last year. So.
Yeah. No, they made the playoffs, didn't they?
No, they missed the playoffs.
I thought they made it. Who they play? Did they play Houston?
Yeah, they lost.
Oh, no, because Houston lost the first round.
They lost to Houston.
No, they lost to Houston in the first round. Like 4-1.
No, Houston, James Harden quit in the first round. They lost.
Nah, they lost to San Antonio. They got punished by San Antonio.
No, but they made it. But again, that's going to be their cap. They made first round or second round. The West, I don't know. Maybe first round exit.
It's definitely a first round exit.
Yeah.
For OKC, right?
I'm looking at the first round exit for OKC.
Unless, Hoodie Melo, he might come around.
Because you still don't know what the Lakers going to do. Like, nobody really knows how good the Lakers are going to be.
Not that good. They hyped up. They hyped up.
But they can still be. What's the difference between a 5 and a 7? If you say OKC at a 5,
but it's the West. You're talking West, maybe 1 or 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. West. No, that's my point though. Like the whole point is it's so close. If you 5 and below, you 5 through 9. That's really
your chances are already slim.
Exactly. So it's a possibility that the Lakers could be better than OKC.
My question with OKC is how they going to gel with Russ. Russ is used to the ball.
Russ hugs the ball.
Yeah.
And he take bad shots.
Yeah.
Bad shots.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Russ likes to have help, though.
Yeah.
I think he likes to have help. I think he likes to have help.
Look at them years, the last 2 years with KD, though.
But they different. Here's the thing. Paul George can Melo
can get his own shot.
But Melo can go on the block. That's the one thing I do like about Melo. It's not the offensive stuff that concerns me about Carmelo Anthony. It's the defensive side of the ball that concerns me. Because Melo can go on the block, and Russell never had a dude like Melo that can play on the block like Melo play on the block. Because KD didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different dynamic. And he never had a person on the block and a person on the wing. So I think like he'd be willing to give up the ball a little bit more. But like I said, my concern is when you play Golden State, when you play San Antonio, when you play Minnesota, I know it sounds crazy to say that without Kevin Garnett and Latrell Sprewell, but you want to play some goddamn defense. Bottom line, all your wing players gonna have to play some defense.
Minnesota still, they don't got proven scores. They got proven defenders.
Yeah.
They don't got proven scores. Carl Anthony Towns, he's still an athlete. He's still up and coming.
Jimmy top 7 scores in the
Jimmy Smith is a scorer. He can get his shot, but outside of Jimmy Smith and Carl Anthony Towns, they don't got an efficient score.
Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy
Butler, that's what I'm saying. Outside of Carl Anthony Towns, what they at with scoring?
Wiggins can score.
He's still young and his game is still
Wiggins
developing. And still, he's not consistent.
Right, I give you that. So let's just wrap this up. Let's bring this to an end. So OKC, where they finish in the West?
I like them in that 4 or 5 spot in the West.
I like OKC at 4.
I'm taking them at 5.
I was going 5 too. Between them, them and Houston.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, folks. OKC 4 or 5. About to get into it, man. NFL talk, you know what it is. Real talk is sports.
Time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pose this question. You know, there's a lot going on. 45 gonna say a whole lot of shit. NFL owners gonna say a whole lot of shit. The players gonna say a whole lot of shit. I'm confused, really, but not really. The players are confused. But this protest thing, did we lose the message?
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hiding in the locker room is forbidden. I'm gonna tell you that. Word to Uncle Russ.
That was a powerful statement.
Word to Uncle Russ.
That was a very, very powerful statement. So
Black lives don't matter anymore. Apparently.
So was he right?
Apparently. Apparently.
I would say we not kneeling for solidarity. Colin Kaepernick wasn't kneeling for unity and solidarity. Like, who cares if the NFL was united? We got innocent black people out here getting gunned down by police officers who coming to work the next day. That's what we kneeling for. Yeah. And to have us out here locked arms and kneeling before the anthem, all that punk ass things that Uncle Russ mentioned, that's not what the message is for. Kaepernick ain't losing his job for solidarity. That's not why we here.
We definitely lost the message. I think it became a big fiasco. Like, it became a whole thing. Like, it wasn't about that. Like I said, protest, do your thing, find ways to do it. But once the NFL got involved, once the teams got involved, people started playing it. They sending out releases what they gonna do before the game and all this stuff. Like, no, we lost it at that point. Yeah. It became drama. It became TV, television. You know, like, it's sports. I don't care if sports stars do that. Just to be personal, I don't need that from them. Yeah. You know, if you're gonna do that, there's other ways they can make that happen. But once I started doing all that, we lost it.
Yeah, I think we lost it. I think it's gone. I think the whole message is whitewashed. And then my thing is like, boycott. I'm speaking to y'all again.
Y'all back in the game?
Are you back? You need a hug? You want to come in? Let's hug it out. Where are you? Because the owners apologize per se. We're just saying I really don't understand y'all. It's just now that they pivoted the whole situation. The whole situation is finesse. That 4-5 come on and do his little spiel, get everybody up in arms. So now the owner's back in the good graces. They pivoted y'all. And most of y'all that are like a so-called woke, now y'all don't even see the pivot. Y'all still in the mix. Y'all still
extra woke people.
Yeah, it's still on the washing machine, right? So like I really don't understand where y'all gonna go. And here's the thing. Fuck all of this. Start your own league. We got enough people with enough money. We don't even have to do this. Like, in the age that we in now, it's digital. San Diego, not San Diego, LA is playing in a 30,000 seat stadium. You don't need a big stadium. Most of the stadiums aren't being filled right now.
Yep.
We got enough money and enough black billionaires. We can start our own franchises in major cities. You don't need a huge stadium. You can play in one of the historically black college stadiums. That should suffice. Or if not, you can build a stadium like the soccer stadiums do every 4 years for the World Cup. Yep. It can be done. So don't say like we've been oppressed and you got to kneel down and bow down. We don't have to do all that. We can start our own and start out small. The people gonna watch. You got the product. 75% of the people are black. Bring them on in. We could do it, and I hope that that's what happens. Like, cause if you haven't learned anything from this whole situation, whatever your movement is, whatever your plight is, and if you vocalize it, somebody's gonna come in, they're gonna whitewash it, and it's gonna pivot. And if you're not aware of the pivot, that's your own damn fault. But that's exactly what's happening to the boycotters right now and the protesters.
Smooth
and,
swindle.
he still don't got a job. Everybody is unified now, supposedly, but you was already a team. So when were you not unified?
Right.
You know, y'all got the same uniform, y'all wearing the same cleats. You know what I'm saying? You're on the same jet. Like, the unity piece, they can't even agree on if they're gonna stand or kneel. So how you riding with something that they already got internal conflicts about the whole situation?
They got teams doing both.
So
they doing both now.
They kneeling and standing at the same time.
You half in the locker room, you not in the locker room. It's like my hat off, but it's tilted to the side. I don't know what we want.
That's a perfect segue. So the boy Alejandro Villanueva. He decided that he was going to come out because of his stance as a soldier, Bronze Star, Afghanistan war veteran, which I totally understand, and his feelings and all of that stuff. But like I said, I think that's more divisive, and that's just an example of what we've been talking about for this entire show. Like, when is it going to get to a point where it's a clear-cut, defined message? Well, I thought everybody knew what the message was, but now I feel like it's diluted. And I think the players are confused. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Big Ben came out, he was, he spoke about, what they did. He actually wasn't really feeling what the team did as far as the locker room situation. And he was, he pretty much said, I hope we do something better moving forward. Drew Brees spoke out. It's been a lot of guys, man, speaking out on this issue. The Seahawks, they set up a fund. They have a fund that they just set up for the local use in their, I guess, inner city. I don't know if it's Seattle or if it's any inner city, but they pretty much set up a fund where money will be allocated for, I guess, this UNITY.
That's unity, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. And before the whole Kaepernick situation, I'm a type of person. I go to the game, national anthem come on, I stand up, I take my hat off, I tell the people I'm with, the kids I'm with, stand up, take your hat off, put your hand over your heart. We sing the national anthem. It's a thing. But now it's like a decision when you go to the public. Like, do I want to be this guy or do I just, do what I normally do? And now,
stretch it out.
I don't know. It's, I want to test the waters. I'm going to stick my toe out there and see if it's cold or not. That's what I'm going to do.
Stretch it out like Shady.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I like to stand for that national anthem. I get goosebumps when we sing the national anthem at the Olympics. Like, man, I like to see USA on top. I'm a USA-ian. American people, USA.
New word.
I think it's more so like the
USA.
sports aspect. Because, they protested the national anthem, during the Olympics, years ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like if you're going to be about a cause and then you were very, very vocal about it initially, and then now, they pivoted on you, and you still, I feel like nobody's really paying attention to the pivot at all, So, to wrap it up, the answer to the question, hell yeah, the message is gone. Y'all need to come up with a new one now.
Where's Cat? You gotta get Cat on the team so you can bring the message.
throw the
back into the fold.
catch the ref.
Bring back Cap. We want him back.
Bring
Man.
Is that Cap out
Hey,
there?
He still can't.
No
He still can't make an out route throw.
Don't bring him back. Cap, keep doing what you're doing. Don't come back.
We got this fine.
If you do come back to an all black.
All black in Canada. They need you.
It ain't no. I'm not gonna say that.
CFL on the next Real Talk Sports.
Shout out to the 6.
Man, it's your boy Tate giving y'all some more of that hot stuff, man. I got a 10 for y'all this week. I'm just about to get into it. My top 10 for the week, man. I got that coming in at number 10. Got my man Young Thug off that Young Martha project. I don't know where the name came from, but that's what he called it. The joint's called Liger. I like the joint, so go check it out. Coming in at number 9, man, we got the Straight Out the Dirt, my man E40. Bay Area, you know, already know we got Yo Gotti on that joint. Go check it out. Thought that joint was pretty hot. Then we got Dawson's Bree coming in at number 8, man. That's that Top Dollar Sign and Jeremiah. Just dropped that new joint. I think Tag got something coming soon, so just look out for that. But yeah, the joint's pretty good. Go check that out. At number 7, we got Friends coming in from the Hustle Gang. TIP, my man Trey the Truth. Young Dro on it too, but you know he got kicked out the group, so I don't know. But they put him on there, so he made the cut this time. Coming in at number 5 with the Flip Mode joint. The joint's like that. I heard it the other day. I don't know if we got something coming, but probably do. Just go look out for it. Coming in at number 4, we got Beef. That's my man T Grizzly featuring Meek. My man T, he be in town soon, so we gonna try to get him. Just look out for that. But yeah, he got a new joint that's on the streets. That joint's like that. Coming in at number 3, got my girl Rhapsody with featuring Kendrick. Man, that joint's like that. Slim good flow. Just go check her out. She got a new joint out. Her project's called Layla's Wisdom. Yeah, Layla's Wisdom. Go check that joint out. That joint is like that. Coming in number 2, we got What You Like. That's that 24 Hours. It's my man Ty Dollar and Wiz on that joint. Go check that out. That joint's legit. And coming in this week at number 1, we got my girl with the new joint, Sativa, Janine Aiko, featuring my man Sway Lee from that Ray Shrimmer. You already know what it is. And her joint is called Sativa off the new album Trip. I don't even really got to explain it, but y'all already know what it is. Go check it out. And that's all I got for you this week from Need Mo. Next week, catch me with either another 5 or another 10. I'm just going to give y'all Mo.
Alright folks, we back, man. We got 2 other brothers in the building. Action-packed show today. We got A1 Flow and Roy De Niro in the building, here to promote their new singles. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to us, man. Talk to us. You already know, Need Mo. I'm here, so we need more info on these tracks, man. You got the drink with you, my man Mark Henry on the track. Yes. That's your joint's tearing up the streets right now. It got a little buzz going, man. Tell us about it.
It's crazy right now, man. It's in all the clubs. Shout out DJ Boogie from Eat All Homage. Dave was the first one to really break it, and then it's just going to all the clubs right now. It's like crazy. I got a lot of following from A Boogie, K Michelle that started following me. Sway Lee from Ray Shrimmer, so like a lot of people like just reaching out to him. It's on Spotify, it's like everywhere. It's on the Spotify playlist. So like everybody in the DC area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, is going crazy when I put it up. I put a snippet up 3 months ago. I sat on it for like 3 months. That shit is going crazy.
You know, Mark was working, man.
Yeah, the video about to drop in a couple days on World Star. We're gonna push BET after that. So
y'all heard that World Stars gonna have that brand new exclusive from a man A1.
Yo, so the beat is crazy. It's the old
explosive beat.
Okay.
Nah,
it's a whole bunch of a lot of people mixed that track.
That was the problem. We really got the joint cleared because we didn't want to get sued. So we just like, you know what I mean? We got the joint cleared.
Yeah, don't get sued, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy. When we played the joint, I was like, damn. I sat on that joint for like a month, and I was like, I ain't about to do this. He sent me like 3 beats. When he sent me that, I sat in my room and was like, man, I'm about to think about the chick that wasn't really trying to fuck with me. So it was just in my head. I sat on that shit, and I was just like, dang, what should I say? And it took me a while. It took me like 3 weeks, and I was just like, I just thought about this girl and kept like spinning me.
Oh, man.
So I was like, you know what?
Heartbroken, bro.
Yeah, it came soon.
The inspiration.
Yeah. The inspiration that
everybody like the beat. It's a sample joint, so you know what I mean? He do the samples with Fab, so you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. That's like one of my strongest joints right now. Like since I put out like that, never heard like no input like this one. This is the one.
Nah,
right
that joint tough.
Yeah, bro.
And then we also got the homie Roy over here with this new single "Gone B."
Roy to that road.
Yeah, what was the inspiration behind that, bro?
B was a special inspiration behind that, man. I got with this producer out of Florida named King Kong Beats. He worked with a lot of different industry dudes. I could drop names for days, but that particular beat stuck out. It was kind of different. I normally stay in a certain type of box with my beats, so I kind of stepped out of my frame for that one.
Got to.
So I'm touching different artists with that one. Come to find out, we tested a little bit, and it's kind of what they like.
Yeah.
For my lane, so it fit well with what I'm trying to push right now. So Gonna Be definitely SoundCloud and everything. We're about to get it on the Spotify's and the Spinrillas, Apple Music, all that good stuff. But
I'm feeling the music because I can actually hear what you brothers are saying. Like some of them dudes, I can't understand what the hell they talking about.
Too much drugs.
And then I'm a little old. I ain't really trying to hear about nobody shooting up nobody, mama house or none of that shit. Like, so I really appreciate what you guys are doing. The beats are dope. I can understand the lyrics. And of course, Nemo, he seemed to like it a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to you guys, man. It really looks like, and hopefully, I need some tickets when y'all. Yeah, you know, get what y'all need. Give me
backstage access.
Yeah, I need all of that. I need the exclusive. I need to press pass.
Media.
Yeah, I'm trying to go where y'all be eating the little shrimps and stuff and all that stuff. Yeah, get me. But you know why we here? Let's talk about some sports a little bit. So we know you a Cowboys fan.
of course.
Who you got? Y'all got a tough matchup this week. The Rams looking like they want to win the division.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go with the boys for this weekend.
Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna have to go with the boys.
Yeah, so how
3-1 look real nice. 3-1 look real nice.
Yeah, y'all look strong. I mean,
3-1 sound
actually,
real
y'all
nice.
brothers, man. I gotta give Dallas credit. Them young dudes, they come back. That even when you don't have a great game, he still find a way to win.
Yeah.
Zeke is Zeke. You know, the offensive line look decent. They got dismantled against Denver.
They missing some pieces out there.
Yeah.
Ain't the same old line. I don't know.
I mean, I think y'all need another receiver, but I think y'all can get over with what y'all got for right now.
I think Stonehand 88 got catching more balls out there. My man, bro.
He don't like Dez Bryant.
Stonehand,
We got Dez Bryant.
Flippers, he got the flippers he out there.
Yeah, so we got the Cowboys against the Rams. Now who you got this week? Or are you just not fucking with football, straight basketball?
Man.
All right.
I like
about that
Dez,
time.
man. I'm not a Cowboys fan,
like
but
Stoneman?
I still think I stand by Dez the best receiver in football.
No way.
I'm not a Cowboys fan though.
No way.
How much football did you watch, sir?
Son, it's all basketball. It's all basketball.
He
Sir.
reminds me of Calvin Johnson.
No, sir.
Hey, you must haven't watched Dez Bryant in a couple years.
Since the rookie year.
All right, fuck that. We getting
been a while.
off football. You basketball. Who your squad?
Cavaliers, man.
Cavs?
LeBron James.
Oh man.
And then you just get D-Wade.
So what you think about that move?
We got D-Wade.
What
That's
you
the
think about the
reason. We go back to the shit,
D-Wade
bro.
move, man? What you think
You
about
think
that?
that's
It's
gonna get y'all over
good.
the
He works
hump?
with him. He works with them. They like the best.
The
Like
bromance.
backcourt, it's nobody really messing with them. D-Wade works well with LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5
That's
years
why he
ago.
got him. It's a reason.
Yeah,
I think he too old,
5
man.
years ago.
I mean, I think Bron need him for like that big brother psychological thing. And he kind of like that's his hype man, so he get hype, and he feel comfortable. But I just don't think athletically they're gonna be able to match up
He
with
gonna
Golden
average-
State or Minnesota.
I'm trying to say he's going to average about 16, 17.
You know what LeBron need
D-Wade?
to take it all the way over
You
the top?
crazy.
This what LeBron need.
They're going to play
No,
Warriors.
look,
You're
look.
gonna be rejuvenated.
This what LeBron need to do, take it all the way over the top. You need to go to the barber shop, right? They tell him take the clippers and take it all the way down to a 0. And then that's the edge you need to push
He's like,
past
he's
Steph
like that
Curry.
.5, man. You know you
Nah,
got that
bro,
.5.
he gotta take that
He
shit
got
off.
the
bro.
.5.
Let it
Shade
go.
up there.
He gotta let it go.
It's
Keep
that
it
point.
shade.
It's that .5.
LeBron about to look like JB off motherfucking Thursday Night Football. He about to.
Nah, go ahead, man.
Shout out to JB,
That's-
man.
And he a
Let me talk
stag,
about
yeah.
JB.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to them
JB,
stags.
Brad the Stag, James
Yeah.
Brown,
Yeah,
man.
that
Don't
dusty
get-
ass
Don't
shoe.
talk about James
Yeah,
Brown.
you can't talk about
Don't
James
about
Brown,
James
man. He a legend. All right, man. So y'all go check out these 2 singles, "Gone B" and "With You," man. We appreciate you guys being on.
Definitely.
And
Good
then,
job, man.
yeah, man. once it get popping, man, we need some
Yeah,
tickets.
we gonna have, man. We gotta have y'all back on, man. Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
live
back on.
performance. Can we get that?
Tell them get the
That's
freestyle for the pussy freestyle.
Yeah.
No, for the pussy. No.
Score A1 Flow, that's A1FLOW, Twitter, A1, that's AYWONE. And I'm on Spotify, I'm on every digital platform, A1 Flow. Make sure y'all follow me, man. With you out everywhere.
At Roy De Niro. I'm on Instagram at ROYDENERO. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. Get online and log into.
Awesome. So make sure y'all subscribe and follow to these brothers, man. Up and coming.
Go check them singles.
Yeah, man.
Need more.
Get some.
You know what it is. Get into this Thursday night recap. Great game, Chicago versus Green Bay, oldest rivalry in the NFL. A dude got his mouthpiece knocked off and his helmet knocked
And a
off.
suspension to follow.
Yeah, definitely about to come up off a few checks.
Mason was crazy. He was tripping.
I don't think he was tripping, but
Yeah, look.
A-Rod threw 4 touchdowns. So what were your thoughts on the
23
game?
fantasy.
Man, Jordy, second week in a row, 2 touchdowns. Jordy's looking like he's back.
4 touchdowns in 4 nights.
He's looking like he's back.
Mhm.
Like you said, Mr. Rogers was big. Time for Mitchell Trubisky in Chicago.
Yes.
You move up to number 2 and you draft a quarterback. I think it's time for Mitchell Trubisky in Chicago.
Yes, I agree with that. And for the record, Chicago sucks.
Mike Glennon sucks.
Duh, Bears.
Where is Mitch? Like, I don't understand. I thought this was the age of you bring in your quarterback and he immediately starts. Clearly, he was the best quarterback in the preseason.
But do they know something we don't? Is there a reason why he's not in there?
No, they don't know nothing.
No,
It's Jonas
yeah,
Fox.
Jonas Fox.
Did you see the
No,
game?
I saw the game, but I mean,
The game.
John
First,
man.
how does Jonas Fox been hired this long? What
I
has this
know,
guy
I
won?
know.
Jeff Fisher.
What has he won? Nothing.
nothing.
Fox.
He
I know.
sucks. And this the reason they holding the young boy back. Get number 10 in the game. Obviously, Mike Glennon is not the answer when you got fumbles bouncing off your knees. Like you call for the snap and then you forget you called for the snap a half a second later because you want an audible. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are they doing? They look terrible.
Here's the deal.
Stop it.
Chicago, actually, I like the run game. Like, they got
Oh.
2 dynamic running backs, right?
And that offensive line not that bad.
And the offensive line is not
not
that
that bad.
So if you actually had a quarterback that was a threat to throw the ball, maybe it will open up your run game a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like Mitch Trubisky will be a great fit. And he can move in the pocket. He's mobile. Is Victor Cruz still playing or they cut him, right?
Victor
They
Cruz,
cut him.
He on Good Morning Football Weekend.
I was like, he works for NFL Network now.
Shout out to Sauce.
Put your suit on.
Yeah.
I agree with the run game. I mean, they beat the Steelers the week before with the run game.
Yeah.
With the run game.
So I was sick. But bring in play action off of it.
Yeah.
You know, we might be able to do a little something.
They got,
But also let them put the work in
now.
now. Yeah, we know Mike Glenn is trash. He's trash.
The backup for a reason.
Yeah, he was.
Nah, he got
Career
paid
back.
starter money though.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought he was supposed to be the dude. I mean, everybody looked good. You in practice. You know,
Hey,
you know,
right.
second
What's
team, you
our
know.
guy that got paid 3 times? They thought he
Oh,
was
Matt
a star.
Flynn.
Matt Flynn. Yeah, Matt
Oh,
Flynn. Yeah.
Who got paid 2 times behind him?
Who?
Come ass Brock.
Brock?
Yeah, Brock.
Brock got played 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, because he went back to Denver.
Yeah.
Bums. But,
Yeah.
you know, people like bums in the NFL.
All right. So we got past the quarterback situation. By the way, A-Rod looking like the GOAT out there. Because if you want to talk about bad management, well, not bad. I'm not gonna say bad management, but management that won't get nobody no help. I think Aaron Rodgers is number 1 on that list. He was playing with like what 3 or 4 offensive guards last night.
Man, they lost a lot of folks. They lost a lot of folks in that game, man.
I mean, it's
The running back
the running
situation. in Green Bay
situation.
has been abysmal
Yeah,
for
for a
years.
long time. I mean, they tried it with what's the homie that came in? Was it Eddie Lacy?
Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, I mean he had a good college career, so I think they made a conscious effort to try to get him.
It was a name that draft.
It
He
just
was
didn't work
a bum.
out.
Eddie Lacy was my size, though. My man, I'm just trying to put the rock. My man, big.
That's a true statement.
He was still crushing cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I just feel like, with a player that good and that, that's like a once in a generation type of quarterback, and like for you not to get him any help, I think is crazy. Because I mean, it's clearly like he's carried the team. I mean, they got Jordy. Jordy is like, yeah, I know he a white boy and they like to hate on him, but Jordy put up a lot of touchdowns.
Jordy
he
got
got a lot of separation, and he catch basically everything that comes to him.
Jordy can play.
I put him next to some other dudes they put up higher than him.
There you go, like Dez Bryant.
Jordy
Jordy is a legit like top 7. He top 5, but I'll say top 7 just because the situation and the volume that he gets because they don't really have a.
That's what I'm saying. But when him and Aaron Rodgers is cooking though,
it's
unstoppable.
It's hard. It's hard to mess with. So
against the Bears.
Yeah, and it's against the Bears. Yeah. So I mean, we got to give Aaron Rodgers a lot of credit for the things that he does on the field, but I just feel like, man, they could do a little bit more. He does a lot with a whole lot.
They have zero running game.
They averaging like 60 yards per game.
It's tough.
I mean, Ty Montgomery, he's a good change of pace back. Actually, I think if he would have started out at a running back, he probably would have been a lot better.
Oh yeah, he was a college running back. That's why I put him in.
But he was more. He did play. He ran the ball in college, but he was more so like a
scat,
like an H-back receiver. Athlete. He was kind of all over the place. So but it is what it is. So let's get to the topic that everybody's been talking about. Was the hit illegal?
It was pretty dirty. I think it was dirty.
It was dirty.
You can't square a guy up that's been getting tackled by 2 guys and then hit him face mask to face mask.
Yeah, that was.
I couldn't even watch the replay.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was dirty. I thought it was miscalculated, but I didn't think it was dirty.
Reckless.
Yeah, it might have been reckless, but I don't think it was dirty.
Same line.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, it was a foul line, but your boy, he did drop his shoulder. He had people on his waist, It was a lot going on in this situation. Now, it was reckless because I agree with you on that because he led with his head. But if he wouldn't have done that,
if he came in with the shoulder, it still would have been bad.
It would have been bad.
It still would have been bad. But the fact that you came in hit like
looked better.
Face like that's like me diving my face into this box is it wasn't a good look for 59. And I think the 2 games suspension is warranted.
Absolutely.
I think it's necessary, and we don't need those type of hits in football. Like I like big hits. I like big time football, but that. Straight to my man head, his mouth fast.
They play it out, man. You don't want to see people like that.
No, it was a bad look. Like you said, from the man laying on the ground, and the way the way the players reacted is what
immediate. It was
like I was like, oh, okay, that was a
he was
that
like
was a
laid
doozy.
out. Yeah, he was like laid out though. It was bad.
It was a rough look.
All right, so I want to get to one more thing. Let's talk about these hairlines. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, see, because my man took the right approach.
Yeah, you went home.
Actually, I still have full head of hair. I'm just gray.
Oh, okay, got it.
But now, I ain't trying to look 50 out here. So, but I feel, but I'm a believer. Hey, I need to pass my razor on some cats.
So the hairline. So Prime got new hair.
Oh man.
It was still a little thin. He was holding on.
Shout out to Uncle Prime.
Prime had the .75. He had the .5. He had the .7.
And then my man JB got the half moon.
JB just old, man.
Nah, man.
Bruh.
JB old.
Bruh, the real first 15 inches is real shiny. And then the back inches.
All forehead.
Man, JB is all good, bro. Don't listen to BB.
We love
for the DMV.
We love you, JB.
You a stag.
We got some stags.
You a legend, brother.
We love you.
It's all good.
We love you.
But I got a razor though. Just in case.
You saluted from behind the ear, my man. Headline's bad.
So, that was a recap from Thursday, folks, man. Let us know what you think,
man. JB out the tunnel with that headline.
Yeah. JB, don't
get a headband. He got to get one of them LeBron headbands.
Oh.
It probably look like Charles Woodson Ascot going around the top of his forehead. Get one of them joints. Get him out of here.
Man, we out of here, man. information about the Rams that you wanted to talk about? The division rivals.
The Rams, man. The Rams look good, man. Jared Goff, man. He 70% completions, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He looks comfortable. I'm gonna have to apologize to the brother because I wasn't a believer coming out of Cal. I was not a believer last year, you know. But I mean, Sean McVay seems to have a system that looks custom made for what Goff likes to do. You know, Aaron Donald out there running around. He just
got some ballers. He got Aaron Donald. He
Todd
got
Gurley looks like he's back.
They got the system that say give Todd the ball 25 times.
They cleared waivers. What was that? Yesterday they cleared waivers, so they not concussed anymore, so they get to play on Sunday.
You got Quinn out there. Like there's a lot of dudes.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. That's big.
I like the Rams, man. Even though they beat us on last Thursday night, which was cool. But you know, I like what they're doing. I mean, they look to be a complete team for a change. So I'm liking those Rams, man. Yeah. They look like a force in the West.
Goff looking like a #1 pick. You move up in the draft to get you a guy that's going to carry your franchise. And that's what Jared Goff looking like. He looking like he making the necessary progressions. Yeah. Not like some of the other people that's making the necessary regressions, but he looked good on us last week. We're not going to get into that yet. Yeah. But, you know, Goff is doing what he need to do. They got some playmakers running. I would still like to see Tavon Austin get a little bit more involved in the offense.
Tavon chilling, man. He signed like $75 million.
Something like he getting paid. We get him on the field. Like, I don't know.
It might be his week. I think I agree with Tay. Yeah, I agree with Tay on that sleeper.
I think Tavon might bust out this week, man.
I like to see it. He
ain't concussed.
Done by a product. Like to see it.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens. All right, so week 3, the Rams. You got one more, Tay. Russell Wilson. Is he back to normal?
Dangerous. Man, it was good to see him last week. He looked normal.
The boy looked good.
He did. He had a good week.
He looked good.
He had a good week. He threw for 373. Richard Sherman likes him now. he had a good week.
Richard temperamental, but they good dudes.
I mean,
I don't think nobody really like Russell Wilson.
He shouted him out for taking a stand on this whole UNITY.
Yeah, but
I mean, I like Russ this week, man. Even though they lost, but I mean, he looks like Dangerous again.
I think Russ doing the best he can do with his offensive line.
Yeah, they're terrible.
It's a terrible situation. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like he's more so in that Aaron Rodgers boat with he's doing a whole lot more with a whole lot less.
Absolutely.
You know, from that standpoint, but. I think the jury's still out. I don't think he's back to normal.
I think he on his natural.
We're gonna have to see. I mean, I feel like he got Indianapolis this week, so you know how that's going.
I like it.
Yeah. So he's trending upward.
It's a great matchup.
It's a matchup. Yeah, but like overall,
if they can find their stride as an offense, working working around that offensive line, you know, take these couple games, they may figure it out. They may work some stuff out. You know. You never know. I think they may be able to work it out with them. And then they got the defense still. He ain't got no choice though.
Defense still tight.
As long as his wheels is good, boy.
Yeah, you gotta go.
There's gonna be some time.
He pretty accurate with the ball.
Yeah. I mean he is, but I mean like offensive line, like play caller ain't been that great since the damn Super Bowl. Let's just be honest about that.
Pete Carroll been all since that.
Let's be honest about that. The play caller's been
he left it at the one.
It's suspect in the play call.
He left it at the one.
It's been mediocre, so it's not all Russell's fault, but is he back to normal? I mean, I guess we split 50-50, but
it was good to see that 373 last week.
I think Russell gonna turn the corner as the season progresses. He gonna get back to his normal form. They still gonna win the division.
Yeah,
they still.
I don't think they're gonna win the division. I think the Rams gonna win.
That's gonna be a big game.
I think the Rams
coming up in the next couple weeks too.
We heard it here, folks. First,
Russell for the division, NFC West.
I fucked that up.
First, folks. Here we go, folks. We back.
Yeah. All right, Stephon Diggs, DMV boy. That's BB man on the fantasy squad.
Shout out to the Terps. We back.
Steph Diggs.
So is he a Pro Bowler or nah? And I mean, not a Pro Bowler. That's because everybody making a Pro. Is he an All Pro?
At this current moment, Stephon Diggs is the number one wide receiver in the NFL.
Not so fast.
It's not one receiver better.
Like my man Lee Corso say, not so fast. You hit me with that last week, so this week you get a not so fast. Let me just give you one snippet on your boy Steph Diggs, okay? Last year, he led the league in receiving up to week 9. And what happened after week 9? He did not even finish in the top 10 in
Sam
receiving.
Bradford happened in week 9. Sam Bradford missed 4 yards a carry for 75% of game. That's what happened. But
So,
right now, what I can tell you is that Stephon Diggs, out of the first 3 games, we had 2 games, we had 2 touchdowns.
he did that last year.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
with 2 different quarterbacks.
I'm just saying.
2 different quarterbacks.
He's looking like the same guy. Can he do this past week 9, or is he going to fade off again?
I'm saying Steph Diggs, number 14, up in that cold city. I went there. It's cold.
They got a dome.
It's cold through the dome.
They got
you,
a dome.
you ain't been in Minnesota cold. It's cold.
They got a
Ain't
dome.
nothing but cold and white people in Minnesota.
It's cold.
In the mall.
And through those Game of Thrones
It's a
conditions,
all
I'm like
white
Steph
people.
Diggs.
Cold in Minnesota.
I think he on his way
Twins.
to his first All-Pro
Kirby
season.
Puckett.
I think he could get 15 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
That's not happening.
I think he can get 15 touchdowns regardless of what quarterback playing because
That's not
his
happening.
route running, his footwork is superb.
He is.
It's superb.
Don't get me wrong. I am a fan of Stephon Diggs. I think he's a great receiver, great young guy, probably one of the young talents in the NFL right now. Definitely on his way, but you can't fade off halfway into the season. I'm just saying, you did this last year, bro. You need to go past.
I'm saying, can I ask you a
That's all.
question? Is 9-10 games typical college season?
Absolutely.
Was he a rookie?
He was.
I think we see progression in the second year.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Good debate. I think he is an All-Pro. I don't know if he's the number 1 receiver, but I think he don't get the credit that he deserves. Like you said, based on this route running, 2 quarterback situation, maybe even 3, because he was there with Bridgewater, right? Yeah. So 3 quarterback situation.
He gonna shine.
And the boy, he's been killing. He catch everything. He run great routes. He's fast, elusive. I think he might be a top 5 wide receiver. I don't know if he's number 1, but
At
he's
this
up there.
current moment,
Yeah, right now, you right.
number
You
1.
absolutely right. He is. What you think? All pro?
No, I think he's gonna be all pro.
Yeah.
I think he's pushing to be like, cause we got wide receivers starting to get older. A lot of some cats falling off. I think he's gonna be that next generation of wide receivers coming up. Like I said, we'll see. First year he might have fell off. Let's see if he's gonna be consistent now. I think that's a good test for him. I think he can do it though.
Absolutely.
And also, as long as they keep putting him in that position too, keep giving him the damn ball.
There you go.
That's for real too. They got
He said
him and
like
Cook
12 targets a week.
12 times.
Why,
15.
why not?
Yeah, but and then
He
there's
making
no
it
real
work.
corners
Yeah.
in his division either. So that's another thing.
That's true, too.
Like he don't really got. It's not like he lining up against Josh Norman
Right.
or well, he got Rhodes. I guess Rhodes.
But
It's
He
on
on
the
his
road
team.
on this
Yeah,
team.
he on his team.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we practice
I was about to
against.
say, that's practice.
And that's,
you
and
right
that's
about
why
that.
it's so
So that's the
down.
only real corner in
Yeah.
the division. And then it's the boy in Detroit. His name slipped my mind right
He
now.
gonna get toasted.
Yeah.
Gonna get toasted.
Yeah, no, Detroit, they do got
They got a decent.
Shout out to
Slap,
Stephon
slap.
Diggs, you the man.
He
We
happy
see
because he on his fantasy.
Fear the
squad.
Turtle, and he on the big gang. I'm not gonna tell you, the big gang is the highest scoring fantasy team in 2 leagues and second scoring in 1. But we gonna keep you posted
Yeah,
on
about
that.
to
as
take
well.
this L this week.
It's just week 4, y'all. Just week 4.
It's still early.
They know it's my year, people. We're
Anyway.
not gonna talk about that.
Let's get on these Philadelphia Eagles, who I
Hey.
think is the real deal.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
The Eagles, in my opinion, they got the best young quarterback in the league. He's better than Dak. He's better than what's the boy Mariota. He's better than Jameson. Not Jameson, Jameis.
Famous, James.
Famous Jameis. He's better than Goff. He's the most mobile quarterback in the pocket. His pocket presence is hands down the best in the league. I ain't seen nobody better.
I'll give
than him.
you the pocket presence, but his wheels, I don't know about the wheels.
I ain't saying the wheel. I'm just saying like his movements, his motion. Like he's not the fastest, but like the way he maneuvers the pocket.
I like his pocket presence.
Yeah, great footwork.
And he still let go of the ball. It's not like he move and then
get sacked.
Yeah, he throws the ball. He either throws it away or
Better
he
than
throws
Super
it to the
Mario?
open man.
Better than Famous James?
Yes.
I don't know. That's
You crazy. He is. He's better than him. And the dude, they looking like the real deal. They averaging like 372 yards a game. The average is like 320. The defense is pretty good. I think they're the best team in the NFC East.
definitely the NFC.
Yeah, definitely the best team in the NFC.
And then Dallas is pretty formidable. The Redskins looking like they might be all right with that defense because the defense is looking good. I'm gonna get on them later. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the real deal.
I think it's still early, but I like Philly to come out the East. But I'm not completely sold on Carson Wentz. He still got to get a better rapport with his receivers. He seemed only to throw to number 13.
Yeah.
Like
he the only one to get separation though. Because Alshon, what are you doing?
What is you doing, baby?
Come on, man. I thought you was gonna come out here and kill.
Come on,
I thought you to build that rapport.
Come on,
and I think it's gonna happen because Sproles is out. I know that injury. It seemed like it hurt.
Number 30, sleeper pick for the week, Corey Coleman. I'm gonna talk about him a little bit later.
Yeah, I think Sproles, it seems like it's going to hurt right now, but I think it's going to open it up for Alshon to get more touches. And I think that's what he needs right now.
I think Wentz need to get the ball. Alshon need to catch the ball, and Wentz need to throw it to him. And where's Torrey Smith?
One route Torrey.
Still running the fly pattern.
I try to tell you.
Still running the fly pattern.
I try to tell you.
Go routes.
Shout out to Crystal.
Go routes only. Go routes.
All right, so we talked about Philly, man. My other biggest takeaway is the Redskins D. I think that's a top 10 defense, man. They holding people. They second in rushing defense. They holding people to 60 yards on
They are.
defense. That's right. That's like 3 yards above Denver. They the second leading rushing defense in the league.
It's only week 4, but man, Washington looks good.
No, they beat some good teams too. They beat LA. They beat us. They kicked our ass last week. I was
Still
at that
September.
game.
They stomped.
No, come on. You gotta give them some respect. Yo, you gotta give them some respect.
They
The safeties, the corners, they some dogs. The defensive line, some dogs. You gotta give them their respect. You know, they're top 10 defense.
I respect it, but I'm not completely sold.
Me too.
It's still 3 weeks into the season.
As long as
Still
Kurt is
team
still
still trying to figure out LA still trying to figure out an identity.
Yeah.
You know, the Redskins still trying to figure out an identity. I feel like they had the pride factor with what man Josh was talking about. They said they was going to do this. You kind of you take it to another level when you do that. But as far as them being a top 10 defense, they're a top 10 defense in week 3. Will they be a top 10 defense in week 13? I don't know.
I think so. I think they played 3 of the best teams in the NFL.
This week is a big week for Washington.
Yeah.
This is a big spat for them Monday night.
I might be a little bit more
Because
sold.
right now,
Yeah.
think about it. Right now, the Washington Redskins have the toughest schedule in the NFL to this point. They played the LA Rams, they played the Philadelphia Eagles, they played the Oakland Raiders, and they played Kansas City.
In Arrowhead.
In Arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a schedule. If we really look at that,
That's
because
a hell
we've
of a
been
start.
talking about all of these teams.
Absolutely.
We talked about the Rams. We just got finished talking about the Eagles. We know what the Raiders are when they bring to the table. Like, yo, they running the gauntlet right now.
Absolutely.
And we're going to see how they come through.
Yeah.
Coming through at 2-2 through the first month. Is
In
a
that
tremendous,
schedule?
is a
In
tremendous
that schedule?
accomplishment. It's a tremendous
Not bad.
accomplishment.
In that schedule, I think that's pretty tough.
That is.
But for the Skins, they're also known for the dramatic drop off too.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my thing.
I'm not completely sold.
Yeah, like if you get halfway through and they just drop the next 8 games. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I give you that, but normally they've been starting slow these past couple of years. Outside of, well, even on that RG3 year, they started slow as shit.
They did.
You know, and then they came on at the end.
They still only won 9 games.
Nah, I think they won like what 10? They won like 10, right?
They was
They were like
barely
10.
got
I
it.
mean, 9 and what's
Because
the
they
difference?
beat-
What's the
they
difference
beat,
between 9 and 7 and 10 and 6? Really?
I mean, 10.
A field goal.
They beat the Cowboys very dramatically. Remember RG?
The
was talking about it.
Cowboys like to lose
That
dramatically.
was a Santana Moss play, wasn't it?
yeah.
Those two guys.
His bull.
Those two
Twitter
guys.
fingers.
Those two guys.
Yeah, so you know what it is, man. Those are week 3 takeaways, and we'll get at y'all next week. Yeah. So it's that time again. Who got the juice? That's what we about to bring.
You got the juice.
So we're gonna talk about the guys that performed very, very well in week 3. So who got the juice for you this week, Tay?
This week, Mr. Jordan Howard, you got the juice, brother. 140, 2 TDs, the walk-off touchdown in overtime. I can't do nothing but pull up for Jordan Howard.
That's a good one.
You got the juice. Jacksonville Jaguars. They kicked down ass in London, folks. 44 points. Oof. We didn't even get a first down until the third quarter.
Should have stayed.
The worst game in Joe Flacco
Oh
history.
man,
stayed.
Mr. Jalen Ramsey, Mr. Blake Bortles, Mr. Mercedes Lewis. You got the juice.
Wow.
Josh Norman, my brother.
Ooh.
You got the juice. You hear me? First of all, you did it on the field. You had my boys come in. We talked a lot of shit. We didn't bring nothing to the table. Shout out to you. You protected your house. You did your thing. Then you did your thing off the field with your comments about the protest and Mr. 4-5. My brother, salute to you. You got the juice. Who got the juice for you this
Dead
week?
serious. I'm going with the whole city of London.
Oh.
The whole, as a Steelers fan, whatever y'all did to the Ravens, thank you. I don't know what they did this in the water. I don't know if they invited Ray Lewis to come. They made him come over. I don't know what it was. I don't know. But yeah, we can't go to London. I don't know about that. But thank you, city of London.
London.
You got the juice.
You got the juice for the week. So we'll be back with you for week 4 and who got that juice.
Hey.
Cut. Alright, what's up folks? Man, we got a special guest in the building for you all today. We got the brother Kim Wilson coming straight from Black Man Validation Magazine. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing, man? It's
Doing
good
great,
to be here.
great. Yeah,
Coming, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So just tell us what you got going on. Tell us about the business. What's good?
Oh, good. BMV Magazine, Black Man Validation. It's a magazine. Pretty much it's all online. You know, I don't do print anymore, things like that. You know, but we're focusing on uplifting black men and how any way we can do it. So, you know, we got black literature going on. We interview prominent men in the community. We call it our Man of the Month. We tell their story. We try to tell their track and how they got to their point, and try to inspire, you know, everyone else, someone else, young brothers, whoever. You know, maybe they can get something from that story and go from there. You know, like I said, literature. We also got a couple pieces. We do a podcast called The Black Elephant.
Go check that out, folks. It's really
Black
dope.
Elephant podcast.
I was Black Man of the. Was it Black Man of the Month?
Man of the Month. Yeah,
Black Man of the Month.
Black Man of the Month.
Yeah, I was BMV Man of the Month. You know what it is, but so the podcast is excellent. What else going on?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of things now. Community, we're shooting different places. You know, we got a piece called Around DMV, and we're just trying to inspire brothers to check out their community. And so it's just really collections of photography. We got photographers going around, and they're just taking pictures of dope places in the community. You know, one thing I found working with young people is that we don't really get outside of our neighborhoods.
Yeah,
you know, and so it was like wherever we go, there's any little pocket, anywhere from DC, Virginia, Baltimore, and we're just showcasing the neighborhood. You know, trying to do it in an artistic way, trying to get people, hey, I want to check that spot out now. You know, so we got that going on. We also have another piece going on I'm really excited about, trying to include black women into this project.
Shout out to all the black queens.
Shout out, yes, we need
no
to.
doubt, yes.
So the piece is called The Redefinition of Black Beauty. And what we're doing, we're trying to showcase black women in their natural beauty and trying to get away from the media's portrayal of black women, rather
twerking and all that
twerking,
shit.
the physical, but also just, you know, who they are as people, getting away from the culture, the housewives culture. Everyone thinking black women are angry, crazy, always want to fight, it's drama. And so with this, you know, almost like we're doing with the Man of the Month, where we're showcasing black women each month, telling who they are, showing them in a natural, like an artistic way. So we got photo shoots, we're doing videos, interviews, any different way that we can showcase women and their beauty, talking about who they are, what do they do, and so getting to learn who black women are. I got the inspiration because I said I want to see black women how I see them every day. When I move about in the streets and I move around, this is who I see. I don't see the women we see on TV. I don't see that anywhere,
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't see them either.
Yeah. And so the whole goal of this project, and even BMV, is to how can we educate our brothers on what's really going on in the community, what we really see, what we really talk about. For example, the Black Elephant Podcast, it's really no holds barred on issues. Our whole thing is we don't want to limit or cap what we talk about. If we offend you, we offend you. Oh well. Right. So it's like, well, that's what we're going to talk about, because that's the conversations we already have. Gotcha. And we have behind closed doors. It's like, no, we need to bring those out to light.
So where can the folks, if somebody wanted to check out the Black Elephant, where can they go?
You can always go to our website, www.bmvmagazineonline.com. And from there, you can see all the collections of what we're doing.
Oh, awesome! Yep, good stuff. So, so you got the magazine, you got the podcast, you got the Black Perspective. What else we got going on?
Oh man, just outside of BMV, I try to keep busy. I keep my hand in different projects. I just started a company for big and tall men. We're focusing on wellness, confidence, even fashion, things like that, healthy living, healthy lifestyle. Again, I do things that are about me, and I just turned them into projects, So that was one of the things I was going through. Like, I'm a big guy, but there's no community for us,
right.
So we would struggle when linking up with brothers, even to talk about certain things. Like, I can't shop everywhere. Yeah. Me and my journey in weight loss. How am I getting to this point? It's different for me from being a skinny brother like y'all. Like my struggle is different.
Adidas send me that check, bro. Y'all can see the checks in the kids. Send one to your boy. You see, I got your shit on. I'm sponsored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we've been doing that, and that website's probably gonna drop next week. Okay. And like I said, we're doing everything from showcasing big men's fashion, wellness, healthy eat. So I got dudes actually how to eat, different, where to start, things like that, recipes. We're doing photo shoots. We just did a summer shoot with these big brothers getting together looking fly. We got together and stuff. Things like that, so we can show each other and build confidence with each other. They see brothers looking good. How can I get there? The biggest thing for me was conversation. I would run into dudes in the big man store. And we would just get to talking because that was the only place we would be at, Where'd you find that? Where'd you get that, And so it was like, why not just build this community? We're trying to build it up, support each other, get some dialogue, get some fellowship going, and then learn from each other. That's the best way to do it. I also got a couple things going on, my parent company, Zyban Enterprises, where we're really focusing on entrepreneurship and giving back to the community. And next week, we're actually launching our first Youth Entrepreneurship Academy. Awesome. And really trying to focus on, get to the youth and teach them skills and entrepreneurship about operating business, but also, the basics, money management, leadership, communication, all of those things that we found that it takes to become an entrepreneur. So trying to learn those things as soon as possible, so as they get older, they can begin to build on these skills. And so the academy is a year-long academy. We're starting at Eastern Middle School in Silver Spring. And we're trying to teach entrepreneurship in a different way. So we have different activities, fun activities going on, trying to teach kids, not so much in a school setting, but to learn in different ways. So all the activities and focus, they're geared towards, a little bit of fun with them, group projects, working together, and so that they can learn these concepts. So kind of a little different spin on traditional, entrepreneurship academy and leadership and things like that.
Do you guys kind of talk about the psychological aspect of entrepreneurship? Because a lot of folks say they want to own their own business and kind of get into being an entrepreneur, but it takes a lot of grit, tenacity. It takes a whole lot of mental toughness to be an entrepreneur. So are you guys focusing on that in any aspect?
And to be honest, we're actually leaning towards the psychological aspect, because we found that most people, you have an idea.
Yeah.
You have your dream, you have your idea, but it's everything else that comes along with it where people struggle. And so how can we begin to work on those skills? Like little things like communication. How can you talk about your business, how can you promote it if you can't talk, if you can't speak? Leadership, but also the little things like having fortitude, problem solving skills. A lot of we as entrepreneurs, we encounter issues and we get stuck because we don't know how to handle them. We don't know how to deal with the issues and work around them and problems and work through things. So it's like, how can we tackle these things, which honestly, sometimes the concepts of basic life. And these are skills that we find, that especially our young brothers, especially of color, aren't getting. And so it's like, how can we promote entrepreneurship if we can't even get the basic skills down first?
Facts.
And so it's like, we got to train them here with entrepreneurship being the overall theme. But we're also tackling other things too. You know, like we got to get to point A to get to point B in entrepreneurship. So we're working on everything.
All right. So you know this is a sports show, right?
I know.
And this is why we're here.
Yep.
So we need your info. Who you representing?
You know, if we go in football, definitely the Steelers.
Boo!
I know.
I'm sorry, people.
All right, folks. It's Steelers Ravens
So,
weekend.
we go 6 with it, you know. We go 6 with it, you know.
And this is our second guest has been a Steelers fan. So
This
it's
is, I
kind
don't know
of
where we keep
ongoing
finding
thing.
these people, but we need to get a new survey. We're attracting more beneficial guests to this show. Keep getting all these Steelers fans.
All right, so who you going with? Steelers or Ravens?
You know, I got to go with Steelers. You know, I understand. But you know, I will say this. As a Steelers fan, I do respect the Ravens. I do, because I feel like I'm a fan of building your team and doing things the right way.
Yeah.
And I do feel like the Ravens do that as well. And I feel like that's why that rivalry is so strong.
Gotcha.
So even though, I'm a Steelers fan, I love my Steelers, but I look forward to those games because I know the Ravens going to come with it too. And so it's good football, so why not? So I do give respect. I don't know about Joe Flacco though, but
we know you too well.
I know.
Outside of it's not Three Rivers no more. What's it called?
Hines.
The big
ketchup bottle.
Ben is 1 foot out the door, and the other foot is already banged up. So we get to that point. So and it's either you up or down with Ben. I find that Steelers fans, either you love Ben or you hate him. And so it's like I feel like we're gonna get what we get out of him. It's about almost time for them to move on.
Yes.
And the Steelers, we reload. They draft well. They scout well. So we be out.
Y'all got a good organization up there.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about all of the stuff that's been going on? Because we had a busy week. Especially up in Steeler Town. You had Mike Tomlin said they weren't going to come out for the national anthem.
Then my man
but then
came
your
out
boy,
anyway.
what's my man's name?
Villanueva.
Alejandro decided he was going to come out.
Alejandro.
So I mean, I think the players are confused, man. Because he was a Bronze Star.
He was a Ranger.
Yeah, Bronze Star Ranger in Afghanistan. So
Yeah.
he served, so I know what the flag means to him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he wants to be there with his teammates. I think these dudes are confused as hell right now.
I think they are confused. And a lot of them aren't used to. It's not like basketball players where everybody's used to your platform. Football players, really, for the most part, a lot of them don't get publicity. A lot of them don't get their platform. So for them, it's new. And they, a lot of them too, they worried about their money. They image, things like that, especially when you got the owners control a lot in the NFL. So they dictate a lot. Yeah, so these dudes,
guaranteed contracts.
they just scared, things like that. I think at the end of the day, do what you feel.
Yeah.
The Steelers tried. They tried. They tried to show unity in the locker room. Man came out, and it was like, all right, I think everyone's trying to feel this thing out. Let them feel it out. My thing is, if we're trying to get to the end goal. I have mixed feelings on the protest anyway now. But I feel like everybody jumped on it.
It was whitewashed.
They missed the whole point.
The
whole is racism and inequality. Now they out there kneeling for solidarity. What the hell is solidarity?
Yeah. So it's like,
give a hell about.
But they was already unified. They got the same uniforms on.
Every
they
week.
practice together. Like you on the plane. We a team. That's what a team is, right?
That's what it is. So like once you start doing that, you start dividing the team anyway. So my thing is, let's see how it affects them on the play this week. On the field. So let's see
how it affected the Ravens. Goddammit.
That's because y'all went across that border.
Two knees down. No, that's because 2 knees down was out there. It was out there looking like a soggy.
I told you, they looked like they was holding them up in
Shout
that
out to
picture.
Shufflefoot.
Ray Shufflefoot.
I was praying.
I was praying. They had his mother on TV talking about, oh my God, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful.
And that's what I'm saying. Now you're getting all this circus stuff.
Yeah,
right.
That's what it's becoming.
I call it WWE.
Yeah,
it's like wrestling. It's like
almost like the
Vince
script,
McMahon, right?
Like Vince wrote this up.
Wrote it
like,
out.
y'all
Yeah,
gonna do
this. And
So
body slam, Stone Cold, smash them bears, and get up out of there.
RKO.
Yeah, and now you got players. What's the dude for the Bronx? He was on TV about to cry and stuff. What he said about, Trump said this, and they getting all emotional and stuff now. Like, end of the day,
confused. There's some confused brothers out there, but I mean, like you said before, like is income versus your personal beliefs versus your owner versus the country?
Yeah.
Like where do you draw the line?
Because my thing is, if you do want to take a stance, it didn't have to be taking a knee. You could do any other thing you want to create your platform. So if you ain't want to take a knee, there's so many other things you could have done to still show some type of protest. So whatever you want to do, you know, like I think let's just move past this whole knee thing. And like I said, if you want to do something, find a way to do it. Find your protest, whatever it is. Let's go play football.
Yeah. So do you think Cap should get a job?
At this point, it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do I think he should? No. Like, if he wasn't gonna sign him before, like, don't do it now out of like we trying to throw him a bone or something now.
Yeah.
You know, like we already know he's better than half the quarterbacks in the league. We know that. That's like a fact, right? So don't play the politics game now. I think, you know, like I think, you know, my question is always, does his position strengthen now that he's outside of football? Does he want to come back? You know, has anyone asked him if he wants to come back?
That's what I'm so fucking confused about, because I said on the like couple of episodes ago, I said, look, I don't want him to come back. I got a campaign, #no contract for Cap.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's doing so much work outside of football that's way greater than him throwing the ball, running the ball, catching the ball, whatever it is that he's doing on the football field. So I really don't understand. And he's really not saying too much about it, you know. And well, I mean, you hear like other people saying this is how we feel, but I haven't heard specifically from him.
You know, commentators are everybody got they
they 2 cents. You know, I want to hear from the horse's mouth.
Chris Carter said that he talked to him and he said he wanted to play.
Yeah, I heard you heard that. But so now I think that goes back to are the boycotters coming back once he signs? Like, then what was you bitching and complaining about 3 weeks ago? You know, because it still hasn't changed. You still being oppressed. You still don't have guaranteed contract. It's still, all of these things are still in place. Now this man just has a job, and you may be able to get to see him play because he's still probably going to be a backup.
Yeah,
it's a backup.
So there you go. So
and that was the thing all in the beginning too. Like he at that point in his career, like I don't think he was going to get a starting job anyway. I don't think so. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
So it's like to bring him on as a backup. The first things I heard when he initially got released was that he didn't want to take a pay cut.
Exactly.
And so it's like, well, if he didn't want to take a pay cut, fine, let him do his thing. Like, don't bring him back just for the circus.
And he had a terrible contract to begin with. That contract was, he should have fired his agent the day he signed that goddamn contract.
That was his fault.
It was the worst contract in the history of quarterback.
His fault.
That's facts.
I say they need talented runners right north of the border for the Vancouver, whoever y'all got.
Niners was ready to pay.
Get them out of here,
Yeah,
man.
they were.
The Niners was ready to pay.
Yeah.
And he asked for that contract.
I agree
We was gonna leave it at contract.
Yeah, I agree.
Vancouver, holla at Cap, he come running and shit. That's what he do.
Well, look, brother, it was a pleasure to have you on, man. And you can check this brother out, BMV Magazine. Check out all the great things that he's doing, entrepreneurship, teaching the youth. Just an all-around good dude, man. We appreciate you having you on.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Come back again, bro.
Definitely.
Steelers, man.
Ravens at home, baby. We're gonna take it home. We're gonna take it home.
We'll keep y'all. You know what time it is. It's time for that rapid fire. We got 45 seconds to pick these games. All right, first up, 9:30 in the a.m. Fox, Saints at Dolphins across the pond. Who you got?
Man, 6th-ranked offense in the NFL, Mr. Drew Brees, is going to be early in the morning. I got to roll with the Saints early in the morning.
Given my past experience, man, a Baltimore Ravens fan, I'm gonna go with a team that's played in London multiple times, has familiar with London. I'm going with Jay Cutler, Jarvis Landry, and the Miami Dolphins.
Heard that. I'm going with the Dolphins as well. Jay Ajayi going back home. He gonna be serving up a whole lot of touchdowns this week. So I'm taking the Miami Dolphins. Who you got, brother?
I'm going with the Dolphins too. Just for that factor of going across the pond. A little bit of experience. We'll see. We'll see how that affects that offense, you know? I don't know. We'll see, but yeah.
Yeah, you the lone wolf.
Lone wolf.
It's all right.
All right, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, CBS, Titans at Texans. Who you got?
Man, you know what? I like the Texans on the road this week. Marcus Mariota had a nice week last week, 252 touchdowns. I mean, I know that the defense looked like they woke up for the Texans last week, but I like Double M. I like Double M this week to do his thing again.
All right. I like Deshaun this week. I like what he put together last week against New England.
Impressive.
I think he's growing week by week steadily. I think he's gonna have a better rapport with Duke out there. And I think he's gonna get on page with his tight end. I like Deshaun Watson, the Houston Texans this week.
Yeah, I like the Texans also. I think the defense is gonna step up. I just like Deshaun overall, what he's doing. You know, so I'm going with the Texans. I think Super Mario and them, they're pretty tough. They formidable. But I like the Texans at home.
Yeah, I think this game was real close, but I go with the Texans as well. I think just for that fact, if the defense can bring it, I think that may get them the edge.
Okay. I like the pass.
All right, 1 o'clock Eastern, CBS, Jaguars and Jets, the Bumbo. Who you got?
Man, you know what? After last week, I got to roll with the Jags. Allen Hurns, Marquise Lee, Leonard Fournette. I know it's a lot of names, but it's a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
As long as Blake is at 67% again for the second week in a row, I think they can go to New York and get one.
I don't know. We sleeping on the Jets. They put up 20 points last week. Got their first win. I think Jacksonville's going to be riding that emotional high. We scored 44 points on Baltimore. We in there. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. I like New York at home.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets also. The Jets always seem to show up and beat the teams that they supposed to beat, I guess you could say. Even though you probably can't name 5 people on the Jets, which is fine. I'm going with the Jets over the Jaguars this week.
This is a tough one. I actually go Jaguars. For some reason, I think, I don't know if this is the emotional one, but I would actually like to see them build on something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe wishful thinking, but,
yeah.
you know, I think, let's see what Blake Bortles can do. Let's see, because this may be one of his last shots.
All right, 1 o'clock. Fox, Panthers at Patriots.
Ooh,
who you got?
Ooh, this one should be a good one. I see a struggle only because Cam is here and Tom is here. So Cam is here and Tom is here. I gotta go with Tom Terrific this week.
Who you going with, BB? We know you're not going with the Patriots.
I like them Panthers defense. Number 1 ranked in the league.
I told you.
On the road, we're going to come after Tom Brady strong and aggressively. And they ain't going to get it done. I'm trying to tell you, I like Cam Newton to get on track this week. I know they say he's not fantasy worthy no more. He's not Superman. He's going to come out and give you a lot of this.
Kelvin Benjamin hurt.
I like this guy. We don't need Kelvin. They ain't have him last year. They don't need Kelvin Benjamin. You need Devin Funchess. You need Philly Brown out there. Get the ball to Philly Brown.
Young Philly Brown.
All right, I'm going with the Panthers on this one. We got the number 1 defense versus the number 1 offense, folks.
Defense always wins.
Defense always wins. And the Patriots haven't really established a run game that I can see. I mean, it's running back by committee. I mean, Gillisley got a lot of touchdowns, but it's basically from
you gotta be in the 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they're not really running the ball that effectively. I mean, Gronk is Gronk. Brady gonna do his thing. But I'm taking the Panthers in a close one.
I think it will be close too. I think Patriots pull it out. They always find a way. You know, this is one of those games too. I think their season too. This may dictate how their season's gonna go as well too. You know, they're not last year's Patriots.
Yeah.
They're not. But they can start stringing them along, start putting it together. The league might be in some trouble again. That's just how they roll. So this may be one of those games where, even though their defense not as strong, you give that mad scientist Belichick a chance to tweak some things out. He catch Cam while he's vulnerable. They may get him.
All right, we got another good matchup, divisional matchup. We got the Lions versus the Vikings. 1 o'clock, Fox. Who you got, Tay?
2 2-1 teams coming into this one. Both of them coming off impressive victories. I might have to roll with the Vikes at home, man. I like Case Case he been spinning the rock these last 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
I like Case and Stephon at home, man.
Looking like
spin the rock.
Houston days, like in college.
Yeah, he has. I've been watching Case these last couple weeks, man. He been on it. So I like him and Stephon Diggs at home.
I like Minnesota at home. I don't think Matt Stafford, they can run the ball effectively. They a one-trick pony. So, heavy defensive presence in the front seven in Minnesota. And that secondary has got Xavier Rhodes. They got the Bull Smith back there. They legit. I like Minnesota at home.
All right, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. Every time I pick them this year, they won. They going up against a second-ranked offense, but in actuality, Minnesota defense hasn't been that great. They only ranked 20th. Actually, the Lions have a better defense statistically than the Minnesota Vikings right now. All right, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
Gotta go Vikings on this one. I do.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's a better matchup for them, really. Like I said, I think they'll get more stops on the Lions.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's gonna come down to. So yeah.
All right. Not a bad day. I'm by myself on that one, huh? All right, so 1 o'clock East. There's a lot of 1 o'clock games. We're going Buffalo at Atlanta. Who you got, Tay?
Man, the Falcons
Right.
got a controversial one last week. I thought Golden Tate scored on that play.
Looked like
did
a
he?
touchdown.
Did he score? I thought Golden got over the
Still
pay
should have
dirt.
been a 10-second run.
I thought he got over the pay dirt. But hey, NFL's wins and losses, right?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with the Falcons at home, man. I like the Falcons at home to get another one. I don't know if it's gonna be that close like last week, but I like them to get a W this week.
See, Buffalo got a strong defense. They underrated out here. They top 10 right now as we speak.
6, actually, to be exact.
Saying all that, they not gonna be Julio Matt out there. Julio questionable. But they still got Devontae Freeman. They still got the other young boy Tevin Coleman. So
They got some Muhammad Sanu too.
They got
that boy
weapons.
getting a lot of targets.
I'm not completely sold on Matt Ryan. He still coming out the best season of his career. He's still shady, Matty Ice, because he go ice cold when you need him. But I like them to beat Buffalo.
All right. Actually, I'm going with Buffalo in this one. I think defense beats offense most of the time. They got a number 6 ranked defense. I think they're going to come in, control the ball. It's going to be a lot of shady. Atlanta's defense is not great. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to have a hard time with shady this week, especially they in the dome too. So, he's going to be running rampant out there. So I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. I think Clay's going to have a big game too.
I like it.
Buffalo. Yeah. Yeah, man, Shad. And like you said with Julio too. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens with that situation. Like, I don't know if he's gonna come back strong. I don't. The Falcons to me this year have been like the biggest team, the most confusing team to me. I can't figure it out. I don't know if it's just the hangover or whatever, but they haven't seen. I thought they were gonna be able to build upon it. That they come back strong, especially the defense. After we saw it like towards the end of last year, I thought they were gonna be a strong team.
People, it's your man BB. I'm back here with the biscuits, and I got some biscuit head ass people for y'all. We gonna start off with your boy Ray Lewis. We not gonna call him Ray Lewis. This is Ray Shufflefoot. You know it's because he always shuffling around all the owners and players, always doing some asshole stuff. But this guy had the nerve to get on TV and say he would never, ever, ever kneel in front of the flag. He would never, ever disrespect anthems. And what did you know? My man was out there with 2 knees in the dirt in pole position like he was ready to do ungodly business on who knows who. This man has lost his effing mind, people. Ray Shuffles, you have lost all privileges in Baltimore City, the DMV, and everywhere else in this surrounding area. We respect 52, but Ray Lewis, nah, bruh. You phony. They said I can't curse, so I'm not even gonna go there. Boy, oh boy, Shuffles, get him out of here. Here, biscuit head ass nigga. Folks, we're gonna come in with your boy 13 out in New York. We know he catch touchdowns and he's spectacular out here. But your boy is a bonehead. We seeing him out here lifting his leg up, pissing, talking about here, Doug, he this, he that. And they wonder why he can't get paid out here. The Giants not about to pay no immature douchebag. They said I can't cuss people. I'm starting to stick to it. This immature douchebag that can't even keep control. We keep Constantine 15 yards here, 15 yards there, talking about here, Doug this, here, Doug that. Well, Doug your ass to the huddle, score a touchdown, get on the sideline, and be a respectable football player. Act like you've been there before, my man. Come on, bro. 45. 45. That's all you get. We ain't gonna say your name on here, you soggy Cheeto bag face looking. They said I can't cuss people. 45. How dare you come out your mouth and disrespect any black man stepping around in America these days? You need to get the F on your job and run the country. We got Puerto Rico. They've been without power for God knows how long, and you worried about assholes in the NFL. Sons of B words, what you call them. 45. Pull your life together, my man. Run the effing country and do your effing job. That's all we're going to say. And that's BB's Biscuits for y'all folks. Tune in next week. I'm going to have some more biscuit head ass people doing more biscuit head ass things. And I'm out.
Alright, good folks, we back, man. Action-packed show today. We got our brother Leon Balls from Born to Fly Fitness in Northeast DC. He's here to give us some fitness tips, tell us what y'all can do to get them abs tight and them asses right. You know what I'm saying?
Glued up.
So what's good, brother? Thanks for coming on the show, man. Yes, sir.
I'm glad
Yes,
to be
sir.
here, for sure.
So tell us what we can do as some quasi-healthy brothers to try to stay fit.
Right, Speedy got my nipples up.
Listen,
Yeah,
man.
he got nipples and belly button now. You look at this dude over here.
Listen, we definitely need to stay in shape as men.
Yeah.
Period. Especially in today's climate, especially as black men, you gotta be on your fitness game. You never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So, the number one thing we have to maintain and control our stress. So that starts with sleep. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't even take that time to take care of ourselves. We working, we grinding, we doing this, we doing that. And the main thing that we miss out on is the resting part. You know what I'm saying? That peace of mind, getting that sleep. And of course, you know what I mean? You got your nutrition, you got your water. And really, the working outside of it is what's going to help you maintain your fitness over a long period of time. But to have peace of mind and maintain health, it starts with that stress management, and then the nutrition as well.
Wow, that's crazy, because that's the first time I've talked to a lot of fitness dudes. I go to the gym not often, but enough, and I've never heard anybody start out with stress.
Yeah,
it's always, it's what you eat, you gotta come 3 or 4 times a day.
Right.
Like, how many crunches did you do? I'm like, well, nah, bro, I work.
Nah,
I'm on the business.
It's way deeper than that.
And the number one part of my business is stress. That's the part now.
I mean, in life, period.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the number one thing. I mean, you think driving in the car, you yelling at the next person, but it's all like hormonal.
Yeah. Right.
Like our bodies start at that cellular level, like hormonally. So if we're controlling our stress hormone, like cortisol, which actually chews at your muscle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time.
Right.
And you got to see how it affects you mentally. So if you stressed out, you're not focused on your business as strongly as you could be. You're not focused on your family and stuff like that. So those things, controlling that, is going to help you to be able to actually focus on those things that you need to progress to do.
Gotcha.
And you'll be more inclined to go work out if you're less stressed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people now, if they're stressed out, it's eating, it's watching TV, it's going to buy something. You know what I'm saying? So if you can try to maintain that stress level, you're going to be more inclined to want to go out and work out because you feel good.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling good, you're not going to go outside and run. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Period. So that's when you're starting off with that stress first and maintaining that, and then we can build on, you know what I'm saying, the physical.
Okay. So now that we talked about the physical, let's talk about the dietary things a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I know you probably watch What the Health, just like everybody over here, scared the hell out of you.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, everybody's vegan and vegetarian. Nothing against y'all folks, do your thing, but like, if you don't want to go that route, can you still like work out and be healthy? Is that an option, or do we need to all go vegan?
Man, I first of all, I get kind of irritated because people act like it's new information.
Yeah.
This isn't new information. And then with the health, to me, was not a was not a full.
Wasn't the whole story.
It wasn't the
Yeah,
whole
wasn't
story,
the whole
and
story.
it didn't give you those other aspects. Because me, I'm not gonna stop eating my fried chicken. I like fried
Word.
fish.
Yeah, we.
I like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I like my eggs. I like, you know what I'm saying. When I wake up, I want an omelet. I'm not going tofu.
Yeah.
Tofu.
Soy.
First of all,
Yeah.
let me start off with this. A lot of times, like with the vegan diet,
Mm-hmm.
tofu, soy is like a base. For men, that is not. I mean, for everybody, you don't want that to be the base of your diet, right? If you want to get protein, veggies, kale, chard, spinach, every veggie is high. Hemp is high in protein.
That's illegal in a lot of places.
I mean, but I'm saying you could get hemp protein. Like you get hemp protein that has all the amino acids, everything you need. So you don't necessarily need meat to get the protein in. But the take we grow up like I like my ribs. You know, Roscoe Jenkins, I'm not getting sissified off the ribs. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mark. We
You know
got
what I'm saying?
we got a lot of Martin
Hey,
references on this show.
For
I don't know
real.
if you watch, but
Give me a Pepsi and some ribs. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to eat that. But you got to hit that with a side of some greens on top of it.
Yeah. Right.
So if your ratio, you just got to switch your ratio up.
Okay.
So if you're going 70-30 right now with high protein, then you probably want to switch it up to more the other way with the greens and add the proteins in.
Gotcha.
And then try to avoid like the bad carbs. You know, we all know the chips,
Cheetos,
the
the
Cheetos,
Doritos,
all the
yeah.
BS.
I love Cheetos.
Flaming
Avoid
hot
that.
Cheetos.
But I mean, yeah, that's a hood favorite. That's a hood favorite. You know what I mean? That's the spice on top. You know what I'm saying?
Leave all that shit alone, man.
Nah, but in moderation. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily need to take it out completely. If you want to, that's on, that's what you want to do. But I like my little 25-cent bag of hot Cheetos right now.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we talked about, we discussed a lot already. So tips for people. No, actually, no, let's get into that because I'm busy as hell.
Yes.
So what can I do? I know when I wake up early, 5:30, I probably won't go to bed till about 12:30. So I know the first thing you said was sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm
Ain't no
probably
sleep.
not getting enough of that.
Right.
So what is something that us busy folk can do to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Or is there anything we can do? Are we sacrificing, our dreams and our goals for our health? What do we need to do?
You gotta find, even if it's, I feel like we hold ourselves to a standard of what we think. Like you said, when you go talk to trainers, you gotta work out 3 times a week for an hour. For an hour, you gotta meal prep, you gotta do this. You gotta find what works for you, first of all, and what you enjoy, because what you enjoy is what you're gonna stick to,
Okay.
right? So even if it's, 15 minutes where you getting a walk running, I could burn you out in 15 minutes, period. You can burn yourself out in 15 minutes. It's all about the effort you want to put in. So if you can find 30 minutes, and even if it is, like you said, for me as well, I know me personally, I'm a trainer. I know I need to get enough sleep. But some nights I'm going to bed late and I'm still getting up. I'm getting up an hour ahead of you.
Yeah.
4:30.
Well, you
But
but
you
gotta
know,
get that
right,
money, though.
because
Get
I
that
got a
money. Your
5:30
clients.
client.
Yeah, there you go.
But it all starts with your why. For because you got to know why you're doing the fitness part of it. It's for everything else as well. You know what I'm saying? You're keeping yourself healthy for your family, for your job. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not well, if you're not feeling well, you get hurt. You can't go to work.
Absolutely.
You missing out on days. So if you look at it as something that you need to do for your everyday life, and as a benefit to what you already do, then you're more inclined to stick to it. I think a lot of people look at it as a burden instead of something that's like beneficial to what they do. Add it into your lifestyle, whatever you and 9 times out of 10, once you start enjoying it. Once you see the benefits of it, the side effects, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start looking, feeling yourself a little bit, which is fine, and then once you do that, it's kind of like people need to just keep it going.
Gotcha.
And I look at it as like, okay, I'm going to lose this 20, and then once I lose that 20, It's done.
Yeah.
Because then they coming to me a year later like, damn, I lost 20. I know what to do, and then you're back to me again. I mean, I rather people. I want to create what Born to Fly does. We want to create a atmosphere where you keep on progressing, or you maintain what you do. I'm not going to tell you to go get supplements. We're not going to tell you to get a wrap and do this and that. I know you're not going to do that when you're 50 years old or you're 60 years old. That's not going to. You're going to do things that's a habit, things that are easy to do. A lot of people are getting into the urban planning of food and stuff like that. If you got zucchini in your backyard, kale, you can easily grab that and eat it. That's not hard to do. Right. Don't make it complicated. I don't need a shake. Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we get back to the grassroots and what we was born and what our folks already did previously, a lot of our grandparents and stuff like that, they ate food that they raised, which is different from what we eating right now.
Yeah, because we eat a lot of processed.
We eating computers, we eating some other stuff. Yeah. I don't even know what it is. So if we get back to that, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to look at it, yeah.
So if we get back to the basics, then we'd be fine. Like, I think we're making it too complicated right now. Back to the basics, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Push-ups, sit-ups, take care of your family, and eat good. That's fine.
All right, well, good. I know BB had a whole bunch of questions. He was like, "Yo, we got a fitness dude on. BB trying to get his push-ups in and all that shit, y'all."
I got my gut hanging out, but it's all good. I'm proud of my cake.
Look, you all right?
But we got the fitness trainer. He said he get us trainers on command, but I want to know about the 5'5" brown skin. Somebody's gonna get me motivated to get out there and want to do a couple push-ups and some jumping jacks.
Look, man. Hey. A lot of times they harder than the dudes.
Hey, that's what
they get you with the smile. We get the smile, and then look, you be sweating and crying. Nah, but I mean, the thing about it is people see the end goal before they start with the. Just like when we talk about entrepreneurship and stuff like that, starting a business. Once you start going and doing it, even if it starts with walking down the street first, once you start doing it, then it starts becoming something that you enjoy, because when you're in it, it hurts. But then afterwards, you're like, damn, I feel good. I'm ready to go. Yeah. I'm ready to knock some stuff out for the day. And then you on your way. So you got to look forward to that.
Gotcha.
And then, and the Friday, look, we going to get you motivated. Look, I got one. I got somebody
on the fly going to get you motivated. You know what I'm saying?
I'm motivated.
You gave me a new concept. You gave me, look,
motivation coming. Brown skin motivation.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look. Real life. Fitness model. Real life.
Shout out to the trainer.
Savage. It's gonna get you. Watch.
So what you got for the brother, Tay?
Right, man. I saw something on your website, man.
Okay.
I gotta ask about it. This gym management situation.
Yeah.
Man, please explain. It sounds like a fitness Uber, bro. Like, let us know what this next level situation is going on.
As a DC native, we know that we have the luxury buildings popping up all over the place, and a lot of times they're bringing in, like they're building within the building a luxury gym space. So basically, what I'm trying to capitalize on and provide to people is the on-site training, on-site services. We're definitely working with a few buildings right now on 8th Street that we're providing spin classes for the building. So it's actually a selling point for them. So it's a benefit for the property managers. It's a benefit for them because a lot of people in DC is ranked always in the top 5 in fittest cities, most accessible for fitness, walking, stuff like that. So the people that's moving into DC, they love fitness, and people that already live here, they like. And if it's on site, it's something easy that they can just walk down. And then if it's quality, because that's what we provide, quality fitness services. You can stay in your building and it's all included. We want to make it so that it's all inclusive.
Yeah.
If you pay an amenity fee, it should be. You should get more than just seeing the equipment. Like you should have somebody that's literally there helping you out, telling you what to do, and then have classes too. Why not have a full schedule if you got a full gym? Nice. So that's what we want to make it easy for the management companies and the developers, because a lot of them, they don't know about fitness. They don't know about how to put the programs together, what the people want, and that's what we're gonna provide for the people.
Awesome. So go check that out.
Brown
folks.
Skins on demand. folks.
Brown Skin on demand, spin classes on demand, Born to Fly
All of it,
Fitness.
There we go.
All right, now that we got the Kale talk out the way, bro, who's your team?
Oh, I'm DC all the way. So Wizards, Redskins, Caps,
all
whatever
right.
you want. National.
I gotta take my hat off to you.
Look,
Y'all kicked our ass last week, man. I'm a Raiders fan. I was out at the game. Shout out to DC Damo and the tailgate, Terry and the Tricky Entertainment boys, man.
Yeah.
And let us know who got the best tailgate up at FedEx Field, because I need to know that so I can
We
stop
gonna
by.
crash that joint.
Yeah, we're gonna crash a few tailgates, man.
Sure.
So the Redskins in Kansas City, man. Who
Big
you
matchup.
got?
It's a big
Man,
matchup.
I'm going. You know, I gotta go with the Skins.
Yeah,
I'm
come
going
on,
with the
bro.
Skins.
That's a big
I have
matchup.
to.
Over
I have to.
alert.
Matchup.
Come
I have
on,
to.
bro.
Big matchup.
I mean, to me, I feel like I'm an educated sports fan.
guy. Yeah.
I don't try to. First of all, I got over the Skins about 10 years ago. Look, we've been on a break for about 10 years.
Absolutely.
We've been
Look,
living in the same house, but we ain't been married. for
Yeah,
about 10
yeah, I
years, right?
understand. Yo,
So-
all our daddies.
so I
you
try
born
to
in
look-
the '80s. Your daddy got the same
Right,
film. You know?
right.
You
They
know how
been
it
some
go.
garbage, but I don't feel like Kansas City got a downfield threat. I mean, they got some
What?
speed. They got some speed,
Tyreek Hill,
but he not going over the top.
Kelsey.
Kelsey to
Kareem
me.
Hunt on the
Listen to me.
screen.
If we can continue to play the D-line play that we've been playing,
They played well.
Awesome
last week.
D-line.
Y'all did.
Awesome.
I mean,
the
Kerrigan.
defense the last
because
2
and
weeks.
because
has been good.
Hunt, you got to get out the backfield to get
Yeah.
upfield. So if we could continue with that, because KC they got a good line, but it ain't one of the top lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if we could keep like we've been doing, keeping that ground game going, and then finding those plays here and there, the big plays, will be all right. And we've been turning people over too.
Yeah, no.
Josh Norman got that.
Look.
Whatever that jab is, I don't want to see him in the club because he's gonna knock you out.
Josh Norman,
He
he
gonna hit you
a dog. He gonna come up in one of
Hey,
our other
Slim.
segments, man. Josh Norman is a beast,
Hey,
man.
come
straight
bring
up,
it.
He's a
Talk
dog. He's a dog.
Straight up, he look, and then your man Marshawn. I love Marshawn, but he got his.
He got punished. Yeah, I seen it.
He
I
got
seen
punished.
It's a
all
new
the highlights.
attitude in DC,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Kirk's
I'm
gonna
waiting
show
for
me
the
some
Wizards.
things.
Now, Wizards going. I think the Wizards gonna make it to the Eastern
Man, I
Conference
feel
Finals.
like John Wall gonna eat a lot of people's lunch.
Oh, yeah, and
he
he
gonna
gonna
walk
get the
through like a
MVP.
bully. Like,
and he gonna get the
Taking
MVP
lunch.
this year. I'm
hey,
calling
Kyrie,
that.
I do
Kyrie
got
don't
my
got
top three
protection no
MVP
more.
this year, too.
Kyrie don't got no. He don't got
Yeah, he
his.
don't got no LeBron,
he
he
don't
ain't-
got. He don't got his.
RJ.
Nah, his bodyguard is gone.
Yeah.
So John Wall
His
gonna
daddy.
be all
Daddy.
all
Kyrie's
day.
Kyrie got that.
My daddy's name is. My bad, Kyrie.
Well, look, brother, it was a pleasure
Yeah, for
having
sure.
you on, man. Go Redskins.
Yeah, I
and
appreciate y'all, man,
We'll
for
catch
having
you in
me.
a little bit. So
Yeah.
y'all can check Born to Fly out, man. Don't forget about them. What's the website?
B2FFitness.com. Check me out. B2F at B2F Fitness on Instagram, and the personal page Born to Fly at Born to Fly on Instagram as well.
Go get them
Follow me.
abs right, man.
Let's go.
You already know what time it is. It's time for that shine and that pine.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with this shine, help you optimize your lineup. So I hope you're listening. Who you got? Shine that quarterback, Tay.
Man, coming in at the shine quarterback, I got to roll with Blake Bortles Service. Man, he has a spicy matchup this week and a lot of weapons. I like Mr. Allen Hearns and Mr. Marquise Lee and Leonard Fournette to have a good time this week, man. So I like Blake.
I'm going with Jared Goff. We getting him in the game. Coming off a 3-touchdown performance, 292 yards, just shy of 300. Get him in the lineup, folks. He's shining this week. I got him going for 20 points. 20
Alright.
points.
My shine at quarterback, we're going with Eli Manning. I think
Yeah.
he's going to step up, have a big game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if Odell is playing, that's great, but he still got a whole lot of other weapons out there. And the Tampa Bay defense is putrid. Shine for the running backs. Who you going with, my brother?
Man, I'm coming in with my sleeper of the week at running back, Mr. Chris Carson. Brother, it's time for you to shine. You're leading the rushing in the backfield right now in Seattle. Those other two guys didn't get really no touches last week, and you're playing the Colts. So, brother, you're on the shine list this week.
Chargers front seven been a little shady, so I'm going with number 30 from Philadelphia, Mr. Corey Coleman. We seen Darren Sproles went down, broke his arm and his knee in one play.
How you do that?
That is crazy, right?
It was crazy. I don't know. Never been seen before.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
But my man, number 30, he gonna step in. I think he gonna outshine LeGarrette Blount because LeGarrette Blount he 5 yards in there like Mike Gillislee.
Yeah.
So Corey Coleman will shine him, get him in the lineup, folks. I know he should be a hot wave of transaction this week.
I'm going with the Redskin running back, Chris
25.
Thompson.
25.
Against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it may be a shootout.
Spicy.
You know, it's a real spicy
That's
matchup,
spicy.
you know, so
Break out the lines.
make sure you get your acid reflux in order because it's a real spicy situation. But I'm going with Chris Thompson for the shine of the week at running back.
I like it.
Wide receiver, who you got?
I told you I roll with Blake Bortles service, so I might as well roll with his number one guy at the moment, Mr. Allen Hearns. Touch pay dirt 2 weeks in a row. I like Mr. Allen Hearns to touch pay dirt again this week.
Nuke Hopkins. You getting on page with Deshaun out there. I like it. Get him in the lineup against Tennessee this week, folks. Get him in there.
All right, my shine for wide receiver, we're going with Mohamed Sanu against the Detroit Lions. We don't know if Julio going to be in the lineup, and those targets got to go somewhere, folks.
Lot of
Mohamed
targets.
Sanu,
Lot
it's
of
a
targets.
lot of targets.
He's averaging 8 right
and
now.
he already averaging
In a week.
8. So if Julio's not in the lineup, you might as well just double that number.
Might as well.
Yep.
Good
Tight
call.
end, who you got?
Man, I looked through the list of tight ends matchups this week, and I went and fell to Mr. Cameron Brate against the New York Giants. Who plays linebacker for the New York Giants? I have no clue. I like Cameron Brate in the middle of the field, and I like James Stefano. Probably to score again this week.
The tight end position been shady all season.
It
I can tell you in 3 leagues, I got 4 points through 3 weeks in
Ooh.
tight end.
Ooh, that's bad.
Ooh.
But one of the shining stars of tight end has been my man Jason Witten, old man Witten out there.
Hit
Get him in the lineup, folks. I know he coming off 3 yards last week. Look for him to bounce back in a nice performance.
All right, I'm going with my shine of the week at tight end. I'm going with Kobe Fleener across the pond with Mr. Drew Brees, one of the top offenses in the league. It's a putrid Miami defense, and you know what's going to happen.
And it's time for him to make a play anyway.
Damn.
Bless you. Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Shit.
Deep.
Take a deep breath. All right. So let's talk about these defenses. Who's shining on defense?
Man, you know what? I think I'm just riding the coattail for the week. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars defense.
Oh, man.
I'm all on the Jags.
You're
All on
man,
the
look.
Jags this week,
That's
man.
your squad.
I'm all on the Jags this week, man. I like the Jags to keep their momentum going. It's primarily the matchup. They got a great matchup, so I like the Jags.
I'm going with Carolina defense against Tom Brady.
Ooh,
I like it a lot.
spicy.
I think the key to Tom Brady is to get
Spicy
pressure,
sauce.
and what the Carolina front seven can do is get tremendous pressure. I think they're gonna have a surprisingly good week this week against the number 1 offense in the NFL.
All right, I'm going with the team that hasn't let me down this year. I'm going with the Detroit Lions. Shine them. I think although Stephon Diggs is going to be in the lineup, they got this quarterback here. We don't really know what his situation is. It may be up, it may be down this week. We don't know. I think Detroit has a strong front four. They have a decent secondary. He's hoping it's going to be up, but we're going with the Detroit Lions for the shine. Okay. All right, now who we shining on the kicker?
Man, my kicker this week, Mr. Matt Prater. I like the matchup. I don't see Matt Stafford and them scoring a whole lot of points this week, but I do see Matt Prater getting a whole lot of attempts. So I like him in the lineup this week.
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the tape, man. Man, Jason Myers from the Jacksonville Jaguars, 7 for 8 for the season. Only missed 1 kick. He pretty consistent. Go ahead, shine him, folks. Get him out there.
I'm going with Graham Gano from the Carolina Panthers.
Good no.
Yeah, I think
Gino.
is going to do his thing against the New England Patriots. I think they're going to score a little bit, but I think there's going to be a lot of field goals from Carolina. So I'm going to go with Graham Gano. And that's our shine and pine, or my shine for kicker.
Boom, bitches. Oh,
That shine and pine. Now it's time for that pine action. These are the dudes you do not need to sit in your lineup because they will not optimize your lineups and they will not perform for you this week 4 of the NFL season. So, quarterbacks, who you got, Tay?
Man, this week I do not like Big Ben Roethlisberger to be in your lineup. This guy in Baltimore averages 235 yards and 1 touchdown in Baltimore. If you do that tomorrow in fantasy, you're probably going to lose.
Who you going with, BB?
Matt Stafford. He playing in the Dome. It's just not in Detroit. Xavier Rhodes out there. He going to take away his number 1 option. And whoever the number 2 option is, I don't think they're going to get it done. With Marvin Jones. They still can't run the ball. Their offensive line is borderline putrid. Sit Matthew Stafford down this week, folks.
All right, I'm pining Derek Carr. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a Slavanaga division rivalry. But I don't think he's going to throw for a lot of yards. So I'm going to pine Derek Carr. So who we got at running back?
I'm going to have to piggyback off of you and tell everybody the beast mode needs to be on the bench this week because that front 7 in Mile High is 0 jokes.
Who you going with?
65-yard Lamar, which we like to call him on Real Talking Sports. My man is averaging 5.5 fantasy points a game. He's going to get you 63 yards and 2 yards receiving.
Boo-boo kick.
Sit him down, folks. You're not worth having in the lineup.
Kick.
I'm going with LeGarrette Blount this weekend. I know a lot of folks are going to start him because of the Darren Sproles injuries, but folks do not be fooled. The Los Angeles Chargers defense is pretty good. I don't think they're going to have a lot of running yards this week. It's going to be mostly through the air, so we're going to send LeGarrette Blount. Wide receivers, who you got?
This week, wide receiver, I got my man T.Y. on the bench this week because he has a hellacious matchup against the Legion of Boom in Seattle. I don't like that matchup, folks. I know T.Y. went off last week, and all the T.Y. People that picked T.Y., they was like, oh, why got T.Y.? Please do not have T.Y. in your lineup tomorrow.
Eric Decker against Houston. I don't like it. Houston pass rush is devastating. When devastated to the point where they almost made Tom Brady look like Joe Flacco. He almost made him look like it. But I think they'll get the Super Mario this week. I don't think Eric Decker's going to be able to do what he's supposed to do. He's been inconsistent anyway. So go ahead and sit Eric Decker down this week, folks.
All right, I'm going with Pierre Garçon. I know a lot of y'all chasing those points. He had a really, really good game last week, but I don't think it's going to happen this week.
Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, Patrick Peterson is in the house, and it's not going to be a good look. So you might want to sit Pierre Garçon.
Tough pity.
All right, tight end, who you got?
Mr. Jordan Reed. Bruh.
Is he playing? He ain't playing.
What are you doing, bruh?
I don't even think he's playing.
They said he's likely to play. So with him being likely to play, you're likely to be sat, bruh. I'm just saying, no Jordan Reed this week. If he's back, you might get 5 plays out of him, if anything.
Get him out of there. He's soft.
All right.
Soft.
Jared Cook, Oakland.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
don't think this is the week for the Oakland offense. I don't know. I wouldn't put him in my lineup if I was y'all folks.
That's a good one. I'm going with Austin Hooper. I know a lot of y'all got him in the lineup because Julio is questionable, but that Bills defense is pretty stout. And I think he's fool's gold. You know, he gets a lot of missed tackle type of plays and score touchdowns off of them, but I don't think he's going to do too much. All right. What about kickers? Who you pining?
Man, kicker of the week, Mr. Chris Boswell. Man, Pittsburgh is in Baltimore this weekend. That's all I'm going to say is Pittsburgh is in Baltimore this weekend. I don't like his chances. I just don't like his chances.
Is it Corey Parkey?
Yeah.
Whichever the kicker that's playing in London that's not on the Dolphins.
Break out the butt.
Don't put that guy in the game, bro. It's going to be a London game. There's only one team going to be shining out there. It's going to be the team with experience. Don't put him in the game.
I'm going with Santos on Kansas City, man. I think you need to put him on the pine.
Him.
So,
He don't have a job.
He got cut.
oh, man. Who
He damn sure pine.
New guy.
Oh, the
Pine
new
the
guy.
new guy.
Pine the new guy.
New guy.
Pine the new guy.
Get him out of there.
Picker one.
Because I don't think either they not gonna score a lot of points or they gonna be scoring touchdowns.
Shout out to 27. He gonna get them points.
Yeah, Pine the new guy. Well, we know he gonna get his. Defense, who you got?
I don't like the Rams defense this week. I think the Rams defense should be on the pine this week against Dak Zeke. I'm just saying they're going to be missing both of their safeties tomorrow. Both starting safeties. Joyner is pretty much all pro. Cody is on the breakage of all pro.
Yeah.
You missing your 2 starting safeties in Dallas. I don't like that.
All right, who you got?
Bills D. I don't think this is the week for the Bills D. They top 6. You say top 6?
Yeah, they are top 6.
This is not the week for the Bills D. We're gonna go ahead and put them on the pine this week.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you my pine. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think you should put them on the pine. I think that young rookie boy gonna run rampant on them dudes. So that's the shine and pine for this week, folks. Let us know how we doing, and hopefully we optimize your lineup. You already know what it is.
Boom.
You know what time it is, folks. It's that last call. We got them bold predictions for you, so we're about to get into it. Last call.
Man, I don't have a prediction this week. My last call is for the juice. O.J. Simpson. Everybody, the juice is loose tomorrow.
Juice is loose.
But apparently Florida don't want the juice loose in the state of Florida. The Attorney General was like, we don't want the juice loose in Florida. They don't want him enjoying no lifetimes in Florida. He got a homeboy in Florida say he can come here. They say they're not having it. All Juice say he want is a surf and turf dinner and a new iPhone. Get the man Juice surf and turf and an iPhone.
Steak and shrimp.
Boom! Last call, folks. We gonna say that Ben Roethlisberger stubbed his toe. He not even gonna make it to the game, people. He gonna break that big piece of flesh on that fat ass big toe he got, and he ain't gonna make it out there.
Oh,
Get Schittsburg out of here, Baltimore City all day.
Over alert.
Hobbyfoot.
He gonna be out there with the crooked nose and the 1 foot.
Bold prediction: Isaiah Thomas don't even play a game in the NBA season this year.
I like it.
And Cleveland still probably made it to the finals.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, folks. Catch us later, man. You know, drop us a note. Contact us on all our social media platforms. Let us know what you think about the show. Peace out.
Loyalty is loveclothing.net. Holla at us.
Black Compass Group.
Real sports, real talk.
Real sports, real talk.
Black Compass Group, go buy a shirt.
Real sports, real
A
talk.
goddamn
Real
sweatshirt.
sports, real talk. Real sports, real talk.
Hey, flow insane, rings like LeBron James. I shit on my own team like Mark Cuban. The people done came, and the people done called, and what they said that they want real sports and real talk.
Dunking, diving through topics like we hardin'. Big ballin', changing the game before we startin'. And I've been jumping out the gym since yesterday. Since I was a kid, I always had a lot to say. Bet it all on one play.
I'm just getting fired up like I spit propane. Pull a triple-double knot on my new shoestrings. Then pull a triple-double night like I'm Robert Sane. Feeling like Mayweather when I'm on these planes. Why I ball so hard so they know my name, boy?
Hey, real sports, real talk. Hey, real sports, real talk.